Here we are, 2023, MVP Brock Purdy. What are the odds? The thought entertained. I get so intrigued by it every time I think about it. Remember all the idiots? Oh, 49ers don't have a quarterback. Ah! God, I love it. I love it so. He remains, however, humble. Injury report includes Arik Armstead. That bothers me. But fam, what makes Brock Purdy MVP conversation bound and tied into it? So much fun is in that, right? I mean, who'd have thought? You know, it would take a very sophisticated tech machine. I'm talking about some of the best software of all time to actually determine the odds of a guy drafted last to come into an organization, win the top. First of all, to finally end up as the top quarterback is already a long shot that can't be measured. It completed off the chart. Wins it, and then he gets on the field. You know how many quarterbacks are coming into teams and trying to take over for the starting quarterback, and they suck. They just literally just yuck. Not Brock. You got to give him credit. I don't care who it is. The worst hater in the world. He can say all he wants to. Well, he's surrounded by all. Shut up. Hey, fam. For him to be the NFL most valuable player, Purdy now extremely famous for being Mr. Irrelevant in 2022 draft, potentially leading San Francisco to a Super Bowl. That's that far from being a miracle. And now it's not just us, the Niner Empire people talking like that. We're hearing it all over the place. The 49ers are the best team in football. Even when I listen to that, I sort of, I cringe. But then I think, okay, but who is better? Who can beat them? And Brock Purdy's a part of that formula. I don't care what anybody says. But to the phones we go for your take on the Brock Purdy story. As a movie, I guarantee you, script writers all over Hollywood, maybe all over the planet, are all over this story. The last guy picked in the draft. That in itself is a storyline. Gets to the big time and goes all the way. He hasn't got there yet, I know. But he is well on his way. It is very possible. He's got a cast of fiends that could make it happen. Okay, anyway, man, to the phones we go for your take on the Brock Purdy story here in his second season, week 14 MVP conversation as we look at the Niners' injury concerns, and they are mounting, not badly, but still, you need to be concerned. I am. Fam, the phone number if you want to get in here, base of the screen. Yeah. Accident information as well in the description. You'll see the PIN number. You'll need that as well. Come on in. Let's talk some football, 49ers fashion. But a very humble Brock Purdy is serious when he says he feels, as being asked questions, nothing's changed. Now that he's in the conversation as a favorite to win the NFL MVP, dude is right on at least two of those accounts. Talking like that. First, the Niners 9-3 keep winning as they take a 4-game win streak into Sunday's home game against Geno and the Hawks. You notice Geno suddenly came up with a groin injury today. I don't care what anybody says. Geno's human. You know when he's laying on the table and his trainer was laying there and he's going to look like he's going to be some kind of a superhero, right? Geno's laying there, they're working his elbow. He thinks he's going to come in the game and beat the 49ers and be called the hero of all time in Seattle. 49ers beat the brakes off of him, right? And Geno's looking at what just happened to last week to a quarterback that he probably knows himself is better than he is, get his brains beat out. Geno says, you know what? Why should I subject myself to all that so they can embarrass me? And then they start talking about trading my ass. First, as I said, the 49ers keep winning as they take a 4-game win streak in the Sunday's home game against the Seahawks. 2, Purdy is not taking the bait as some reporters fish for. I mean, They want a reaction. He won't do it. He is such a nice guy. When you see him up there at that podium, he's not acting. That's really who he is. And a lot of reporters have made some disrespectful remarks about him. Like today, the question, do you think, directed toward Brock, do you think you're representing the organization well right now, standing at the podium wearing a backwards hat? What are you? See, that's why, and I imagine you like to have the job too. I love to be, Key and Peele, when they had the Barack Obama skit, and they had that dude that was standing up in his anger expression, dude. Oh, I'd love to address those questions. First thing I do is I look at the fashion sense of the person that's asking the question, and I'm pretty good at fashion. I actually despise contrary to what I'm wearing now. If I see you dressed wrong, I'm going to be all over that crap in a heartbeat. And he just stands there and he takes it. Brock remained as cool as the other side of the pillow as he responded with question. Quote, I guess that's who I am, and I think so, as far as representing the organization, and that's who he is. He wears his hat backwards, so the bleep what? It's my goddamn hat. I wear it every way I like to. You know who started the backwards hat stuff, though? As Colin Cowherd last week for reasons unknown. But fam, shades of days gone by. Do you remember a decade ago when an online columnist criticized Colin Kaepernick's tattoos, saying they didn't aptly represent the CEO qualities required to be the 49ers quarterback? The hell is wrong with you people? It's the 21st century. Shut the bleep up. If he wants to come over butt naked, as long as he doesn't get arrested, it's his damn business, not yours. And you got no right to make it. You can't make that judgment. Now I'm getting mad just sitting here talking about it. Brock went on to say, quote, some guys have told me in the locker room about Cowherd's take, but I don't take into that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to play quarterback and win games. I salute you, Brock. You're a lot cooler than a lot of us. Baker Mayfield wouldn't have took that. But you did, and you did a good job. It gets worse, though, fam. Last Thursday, Brock was asked if is the 49ers weak? Is he the 49ers weak link as the Philly people accused him of being? 4 TC. Wait, I'll get the stats in a minute. His response, that's the first time I've heard that, so I don't really know exactly how to feel about that. They could think that. That's fine. Unquote. Dude has emerged as an MVP candidate for reasons aplenty. They go on and on. Last Sunday, Philly fans saw him pass for 4 TDs against your team that you thought he was the weak link. Four passes, 42-19. Philly. Yeah, he had a lot to do with beating you up. He made some great passes. Purdy continued to lead the NFL in passer rating at 116.1. 116.1. Completion percentage, 70.2%, and yards per attempt, 9.5. No, 9.59. That's not an accident. He's doing his damn job. What else can he do? Purdy continued to lead. He is 16-4 as a Niners starter with a 3.0 mark against the incoming silly Seahawks, including last year's wildcard playoff win at Levi's Stadium. Oh, but he didn't come from behind. He didn't carry the team to victory with a deficit. And he does expect a dogfight, like always, against the NFC West rival. Final question Purdy answered Thursday before going to get a pre-scheduled haircut. This kid. Brock Purdy's, he does come right out of a Brock, what is the name of that? Anyway, he's Tom Sawyer. I don't know. I don't know what to think, because he's kind of unreal. That he is. There are still people like that in America. You still run into him every day. He was more sincere in asking whether he appreciates his status, be it as an NFL passer, leader, the MVP favorite, of the object of media hot takes, Mrs. Purdy's baby boy responded with this. Quote, for me, I've always known that this whole thing, life in itself, is a process. You can't just wake up one day and graduate high school and be, all right, I'm going to go play in the NFL in a couple of years. I have to go earn the respect of guys in my college program. I've got to start. I've got to win games. I've got to get experience. Once I get to the NFL, there's a process of doing it all over again. I'm just taking it one step at a time. All I'm focused on trying to play quarterback and win games for the Niners, and all the other stuff just happens as you go, unquote. Fam, do you know that here's the thing. You and I, and maybe guys along our ilk, we wake up with a challenge on the mind, yes, of life in general. But usually I go out, and it used to be, this started back in high school when I was really getting competitive sports. I come out of my house like a barracuda. Teeth are shining, fangs. I'm looking to take out anything to try to stop. Brock, he's a nice guy about all of that. He doesn't come out the same way. I see people like that as refreshing. I didn't really know they still existed on the planet. Anybody who's saying the BP is just a placeholder to Shanahan's scheme doesn't understand the game, period. All one has to do is take note of the way he got the Niners going in Philly. He not only set up the first touchdown with a 6-yard scramble at the 4-yard line, he did so throwing his right shoulder into two defenders along the way. Does that sound like a wimpy dude that's just getting away with a free ride from a bunch of guys supporting the team? Hell no. That's something you see Josh Allen. Josh Allen will do that in a heartbeat. Only recently did his critics start working him with a few unsavory remarks to Josh Allen here and there. But for the most part, he's been hailed as one of the greatest things in football, right? McCaffrey, who saw that all at the time, freaked him out. He's going to say, I would like to have seen him slide. We all would. He's a tough dude, man. Anytime he has an option to do that as a competitor, it would be tough for him to slide. I loved it. I just don't want to see it again. Thank you, Christian McCaffrey. Brock, don't do that, man. We appreciate your courage, but stop. So you slide, okay, please. Fam, looking at the injury situation, the first name that jumps off the page is Arik Armstead. He's got a foot and knee thing going on. Elijah Mitchell, of course, has played a couple of games. That's all it takes. He's got a knee thing going on already. Spencer Burford's been nursing that knee. Ray McLeod, Daryl Luter, that hamstring. Some of the injuries the guys have had earlier in the season, they're continuing to have a problem with. Ross Dwelly ankle, he'll be out of practice. It's a high ankle sprain. Burford and Mitchell, though, we're seeing doing individual work on the side. Kyle, you can let... He ain't going to do it. Anyway. Davis Price came back. TDP, he got dropped, right? He got waived. And 49ers brought him back, albeit on the practice squad, day after he surprisingly cleared waivers. TDP got cut. Tuesday, the Niners could add safety Logan Ryan to their 53-man roster. Isaiah Winstead. The Isaiah Winstead, a lot of us wanted to see him in action, right? Yeah. He was waived from the practice squad today, corresponding roster move. So they could bring him back, though. Fam, just real quickly, the Pro Bowl. As an update, Nick Bosa and Chase Young lead all NFC defensive ends in Pro Bowl voting. All defensive ends. There's a lot of great defensive ends out there. Nick and Chase, according to this week's NFL update, overall, Myles Garrett, Browns, and Max Crosby Raiders lead the NFL in defensive end voting, followed by Bosa, who's third, and Young sixth, leading the overall voting at their respective positions are Fred Warner, linebacker, left tackle, Trent Williams, running back, Christian McCaffrey, fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, of course. Juszczyk might as well just be penciled in each and every year. If he's playing, he's going to go to the Pro Bowl. There's not a better fullback in the game. Others in the top 10 are George Kittle, of course, second, long snapper Tabor Pepper, third, returner Raymond McLeod is fifth, Jake Brendle's fifth, Purdy is sixth, cornerback Charvarius Ward seventh, punter Mitch Wisnowski, he is seventh place, Brandon Ayuk eighth. Linebacker Dre Greenwald, he's ninth. Aaron Banks is ninth. All right, good. Armstead is ninth. You know, I tell you though, fam. We'll see how that votes out. I mean, I don't think they're through yet with that. So if you haven't voted yet, go ahead and do that. Karen Esquivel, today is my 39th birthday. May I get a happy belated birthday? I'm always in the mood to sing, Karen. Always in the mood, and of course you can. Happy Niners Super Bowl year coming up for Karen's birthday. Happy Niners birthday, Karen. Happy Niners. Karen. Happy 3-9, girl. And now, I took him out once. Let us get on the phone and see what's on your mind for this particular night. Aaron, come on in, Aaron, and make sure your hat's on backwards.
Yes, sir. My hat is backwards.
You know what I'm saying, man? I gotta stop picking on man. People don't. I've gotten into fights with people online for Brock on a numerous occasions. I got no friggin' problem with that. You know what I'm saying? He's such a nice guy. Hey, Aaron, what do you think about the MVP possibilities? Is it far-fetched? Have they gone too far? Has Aaron, has Brock done enough in your mind to actually be in the MVP conversation?
Don't tell Diddy he's a nice guy.
I promise. What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, but to me, I think right now he would be my MVP pick because, first of all, he went into Lincoln Financial Stadium and beat Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia of all teams.
Yeah,
Best,
and
supposed to
so
be the best in the game. Beat them
and
down
so
bits.
and people don't give credit Brock because of the weapons he has, but at the end of the day, he has to deliver them.
Yes.
Pass the ball to them. So
Yes.
So I just don't understand why they, just hating on him.
People think anybody can come in and play quarterback for Kyle Shanahan. They really do. They're not playing. They're serious. They think, anybody can come in and play for Kyle Shanahan, and he's got that $1 billion assembly of Avengers around him. Come on, man. They just don't understand the game. They don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying he's too small to play, and he's the last pick of the draft. So
way too nice.
I mean, it don't really matter where you drafted. It's about how much heart you have.
Damn right.
And so, and Ronbo, did you know that there are 16 49ers players in the top 10 Pro Bowl voting?
I just got through reading off the names. I do. That's a lot of Pro Bowl candidates. And just being candidates is enough. Some of them are going to make it. Probably the biggest part of them.
Detroit sucks, everybody.
Go ahead, Aaron. Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive of how many players we have for possibly being a candidate for Pro Bowl. So,
It just reflects.
And speaking, you got Aaron Banks could be a possibility for Pro Bowl. Jake Brendel.
Sure. He was there last year.
So, and
Before we get too far into this, though, what do you think? Now, Arik Armstead is going to be missing this week, and whether people want to believe it or not, Arik Armstead plays a very seriously instrumental and important part in stopping the run. He may be the 49ers' best run stopper. Now, we got some guys that are going to step in. You got Javon Kinlaw. You got Khalil Davis, his name? And Gibbons. These guys are not as famous for run stopping as they are getting at the passer. You think we're going to be okay? The Hawks got their prime time running back for this game. We can't lose this game this weekend.
I mean, I know it's going. I know we need to rest Arik Armstead because of his injuries. So, I mean, it's not like I'm not scared of their running backs, but if you think about it, Chase Young is a pretty good run stopper.
Oh yeah,
So
got some people still out there, but Eric's pretty much the guy because he comes up the middle. Yeah, Kalia Davis. Kalia Davis. Do you know that's what Kalia Davis' specialty actually is? That he got a sack this past weekend. So we might be okay. We need to develop Kalia anyway, so we might be okay.
yeah, I think Khalil kind of reminds me of DJ Jones.
Mm-hmm. Quick, big. Yep.
You know.
Yeah. All right, fam. Just want to get your input on that. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. Got to get the scores, predictions, get bold and crazy. Always great to hear from you, Aaron.
All right, Ronbo. Take care.
You too. Have a great night. And Karen, it's my pleasure. We'll be singing for your next year's birthday.
Yo, what up?
Matty S., get in here. Herber X Overland.
What up, brother?
We're going to talk about our MVP. And I'm here getting on people. I do spend a lot of time, though, going after people that go after Brock. I get such a joy out of that. He's not a mean guy. I get tired of it. Oh, I can't stand it. I mean, he's not a mean guy. He's not going to fight back. Oh, I tell you. Ooh, what does he have to do to gain respect?
Speaking of Brock Purdy, you going to put him up behind you on the board next to Montana?
Listen, if he wins the Super Bowl, he is definitely a big candidate. What I was going to do is I was going to try to keep retired legends up there, but I like Brock. My God, what a wholesome kid. And he's a good football player.
Yeah,
what the heck?
Even if we go to the Super Bowl and some reason we don't make it all the way through, like he still deserves that spot. I think.
Well, yeah.
Or at least I don't know.
We'll take a vote. There's a lot of names that people have given me on that one. Rice, of course.
Bosa would look good up there.
Dwight, yeah, I know, right?
Oh, Rice is automatic, yeah.
Yeah, you know. Steve
you can put Rice up there and be okay all day long, bro.
Yeah. We'll see.
But, yeah, well, you guys were talking about Arik Armstead just a minute ago, and I think, it was as crappy as it'll be to possibly not have him this weekend. I think it's kind of next man up, dude. I mean, he's the next man up's there for a reason. I mean, he's not a scrub. Yeah, obviously we've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about it because he's working with those guys all the time, man. I mean, I think about it this way. They get into practice and it's like no wonder our offense fires off real good because they're playing against the best defense in the country, pretty much.
It works that way. It really does.
Like
work
every
that
day.
Way. Yeah, and that polishes up both sides of the ball. Offense has to work with that defense.
It really does.
Yeah, it does.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, they feed off each other.
And trying to get one up over each other all the time.
Yeah, all the time. So I'm not too worried. We've always got to be a little worried about the Seahawks. You never just want to assume that that's a win because it's a divisional game. So I know better, especially with those guys.
Matty, if Gino doesn't play, who's their second string quarterback? Does anybody know who that is?
Oh, is Gino not going to play?
Well, he came up with a groin injury today, and which I understand.
Oh,
I mean, can you imagine
gotcha.
having last time it was his elbow, And now
Huh.
Gino says, my groin is kind of hurt. Gino, what's the problem? I just don't think I can maneuver out there like I need to against the 49ers. If I'm Gino, I come up with everything I can. Why would I have the 49ers beat me 2 times within 3 weeks?
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
He's probably going to work
Talk
pretty
about
hard to
Drew
be
Lock.
available on Sunday.
Oh, Drew. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Drew Luck.
Yeah. I think he'll make it. But, that I would have to say, I don't know who their backup quarterback is, but I'd
It's Drew.
have to say their really only fighting chance is Gino.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember Drew Luck?
Because if they don't have Gino, man, we're just going to walk all over him.
Yeah. Where did Locke play before he? Remember, he was like the toast of the town for a few minutes, like Gardner Minshew. I consider Minshew
Oh, that's
and Locke.
right.
What?
I forgot it. Yeah.
I consider
I know
them
those
sort of
names.
like
Denver
twins.
Broncos.
Broncos, yeah.
There you go. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
bro.
So
Oh, yeah.
so I'm looking
And
forward
then-
to this game.
I'm glad we don't play the Broncos this year, man. I would be just fine if I never saw Russell Wilson ever again.
You and me both don't have any problem admitting to that. I do not. He got beat down though by D'Amico and the Texans. I didn't see that coming.
I know. I think they got something going there. I'm happy for D'Amico.
The Texans might. Wouldn't you?
I
love
really
it?
am.
3 Kyle Shanahan off of Kyle Shanahan tree. D'Amico in Texas, Mike over in Miami. Either one of them
Yep.
could possibly be seen in the other side in the Super Bowl.
Great. That'd be epic. Ooh, that's something.
God dang.
Obviously, I don't think we're going to see that out of the Texans this year, but next year, because they're going to have an all right draft pick.
Yeah, they got to get past Lamar. I got a feeling Lamar makes it.
Yeah, good point. We go play the Dirty Birds. Well, we got a lot of Dirty Birds we're playing, but we go. Looks like we go to Arizona. So that one's. I hate to say it, as shitty as we think they are, for whatever reason, they're always a problem too.
It's just traditional.
Just kills me, man.
No matter who's playing for them, it's going to be tough. I mean, you could have. I can't think of some. They're always going to be competitive somehow. They've changed coaches how many times?
Well,
I don't know what it is.
Well, it's James Conner. James Conner, man, that dude's a weapon.
Yeah,
He gets under my skin,
The
dude.
running back from the Steelers. You're right.
Yeah, dude. He seems to find the gaps in our defense.
Kyler looks good. Now, I didn't expect him to come back looking as good as he's looking. So that's going to be a game.
I hadn't really paid attention.
Yeah, he's moving just like Kyler moves. What
He's
that
probably
means?
playing Call of Duty though.
He is.
Probably get shit for that one because the new Call of Duty came out, so they'd probably be doing that till like 1 a.m, like pre-game.
Getting up to work out at 7.
So we'll be fine. He'll be tired.
We got to go, Matty. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Bring your scores. I can't wait to talk
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
I'll give you a call tomorrow.
Looking
Yeah, I'll
forward
give
to
that
it.
some serious thought.
All right, fam. Have a
All
good
right, bro.
night. All right.
Have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Hey, Matty. Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick. Get on over here and give us. Hey, Jackie.
Who the hell is Jackie, man? Jackie's
That's you, man.
my ex-dog.
I like that. I like that name for you, Jackie.
You know what? You
Jackie
told
Chan.
me you sound drunk as hell tonight, Ronbo, because you told me when I said when we stomped on the Eagles. What I tell you, Ronbo? What I tell you? I said when I was ending the call, I said Brock Purdy MVP. Brock Purdy, and you was like, Jack is drunk, and I'm sober as hell. I'm actually happy that I'm not on that mango moscato. Or that goddamn cognac at you know what I'm saying, all that Moet champagne stuff like back in the days when I was raising hell.
Jack, I think I was addressing that towards something else you said. I don't disagree with MVP Brock Purdy.
No, but it's on the thumbnail now, Robbo. It's on the thumbnail. Brock Purdy MVP. My last words, if anybody wants to go back I'm one of the first callers. My last words were Brock Purdy MVP. It's on the thumbnail now. And what did I tell you, Ronbo? My defensive player game ball goes to. Do you remember?
Yeah. No,
I was one of the first ones to call in, I think.
I do.
I said Javon Kinlaw, who got his first two-piece.
Yes.
He got his first two-piece. I said it was Javon Kinlaw, and I said Kalia Davis got a sack as well. So the fact that Armstead is hurt, this is the right time that he's going to be is hurt.
Take a break.
Because
Yeah.
our dudes are functioning. Yeah,
Yeah.
he needs a little break. That's fine because these dudes got their confidence level at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Kalia Davis is looking like that Warren Sapp type of, a wrecking ball. DJ Jones that we lost to Denver. Talk
Warren.
about the Broncos. But talk about, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Kinlaw, this is the year where we didn't take his fifth-year option, and what does he do? He's balling out. His knees are looking good.
Yeah.
Even Greg Cohn is apologizing because, he on top of that, he don't want Kinlaw behind him like these good fellas don't want Diddy behind them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and coach even says his
I'm just
pad level is
saying,
down
I
where
ain't
it should
playing.
be. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. The pad level's down. And who did he give his credit to, Ronbo? He gave it
Arik.
to Armstead. If you said how much love he got for Armstead, how much he puts it down for Sacktown, the Bay Area, Modesto, and, all the Central Valley. So, Armstead's one hell of a man. You know, so he got that Walter Payton in him.
He is.
But,
I've always stood up for him.
I mean, this is the right time. But what the thing I'm concerned about is the safety position. I mean, Hufunga's down. We don't know what's going on with Gibson. They're keeping it hush-hush. Do you know anything about Gibson?
Nothing outside of the ordinary. Well, did you hear something bad about him? An injury or
I
something?
mean, yeah, something like that. The word's going around that something ain't right with Gibson, so we got to look right. That's why we got Ryan Logan in the building. Logan Ryan, and so it's up to the rookie man.
And we need to keep numbers up in that position. So I think that's why he was brought in.
So I mean, from the decade list, wrapping it up. I mean, who's your favorite? Or who's the best 49er in the '80s? Ronbo, go.
Jerry Rice.
Who's your decade? Okay, I would say the '80s. I'd give that to Montana because Rice was. In '85, he was a rookie. So I'm giving the '90s to Jerry Rice. So you're giving Jerry Rice the '80s. Who are you giving the '90s to?
Well, he came to the latter part of. Wow, the '90s. And Steve, you don't have to give that. We don't have to give that to Steve. You do though. So I give it to Steve.
You can share it.
No, I give it to Steve because the thing is, there's a number of players that are really
Jerry
fun.
for both, Ronbo. You can't surpass that. Jerry for both. It's the 80s and 90s.
Jerry played it in 80s and 90s.
Decade.
Okay.
That's true.
But you got to give it to Montana because before Jerry got there in '85, you know what I'm saying, Montana was doing the business too.
Yeah.
So okay,
true.
look. Okay, Montana, Jerry in the '90s.
Jerry wouldn't do his. Montana wouldn't do his thing. And
all right, we'll get a two-piece. We'll get a two-piece then. We'll get a two-piece.
Right,
you share. Who you got the 2000s to, Ronbo?
2000s. What do we do in 2000s? You see, this is what people have been giving us grief for the longest time. We sort of went through up and down.
Alex Smith in 2000.
Well, no, but we still got to go with the last Pro Bowler we had.
BY, you giving it BY?
Yeah,
Garrison Hurst, Frank Gore.
Wait, Willis. I mean, and also, Jesus Christ, our quarterback used to drink a little too much.
Okay, what about the 10s? I thought the 10s was Frank Gore.
Yeah, I'm still trying to give
Who
our
you giving the
quarterback.
10s to?
No, give me the quarterback. The last one we had at the Pro Bowl. Jesus, his name slips me.
Jeff Garcia. Jeff Garcia, maybe.
Yeah, Garcia. I throw Garcia in there.
You're giving the 2000s to Garcia? What about Terrell Owens, baby? Who forgot about Terrell Owens?
See, that's my quarterback.
This is why he didn't get his gold jacket so late.
T.O.
Okay. We got the 10. What about the 10s, Ronbo? Who are you giving the 10s to? Wrapping it up.
Damn, tens. And you got to go to Alex. You got to
Come
go
on,
to
man. You got
you got to go to Frank Gore.
Frank
I'm going to go with
Vernon
Frankie.
Davis.
Vernon Davis. There's so many, Jack.
Okay,
The tens,
okay.
it got strong there between 20 and the tens all the way to 13 to that Super Bowl.
And the 20s. And the 20s, obviously, it's Nick Bosa. It's Nick Bosa, right? It's Nick Bosa so far in the 20s. But I'm going to wrap this conversation up by saying this, Robbo. It's only 2023, and Brock Purdy is going to be the 20s face of this decade. Drop the microphone, baby. Brock Purdy, the modest guy, is getting the 20s. Let
There
go.
you go. I hope so. All right, Jack. I'll see you tomorrow. That would mean that the 49ers are going to be competitive for a long time. Evan.
Ronbo.
Evan. Come on, Edie.
7.
We're in here getting into a discussion about the discussion that's going on all over the league between analysts saying the 49ers are the best team in football, and now they're saying that Brock Purdy is not only should he be in the MVP conversation, but he probably is the MVP. And if he keeps these stats going, Evan, they will have no choice. They'll have to bite the bullet and say, okay, he's the MVP. What do you want from us? Get mad all you want to, guys. The numbers speak for themselves. The 49ers are winning, and they're doing this, and they're doing that. Now, how are you gonna deny that? Evan, what is your take on this?
Well, my take is, I don't think Brock's really focused on that. I think he's trying to win a championship.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, no matter if he wins it or not, it's
irrelevant to him.
I mean, if he wins it, people will always put an asterisk next to it because it was the team, it was the coach, it was.
It's gonna piss
so,
off.
at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
Never had any talent around them. They did it all by themselves.
Yeah, and Ronbo, people forget, he chose to go to a smaller school. He had offers from Alabama, Texas A&M, and Boise State, but
can you imagine?
He wanted to be a 4-year starter.
Smart.
That's why he went to Iowa State. It wasn't that Iowa State was his only option. He chose to go there.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to learn. He wanted, playing time. And fun fact, he started out as their third-string quarterback and started his freshman year there too.
Amazing stuff, isn't it? His life is on a track of destiny that's nothing but joy. You could see it. Some guys are just born under a lucky star. I think Brock Purdy might be that kind of guy. How the hell you get picked last in the draft and end up in the situation you're in at this particular hour? How in the hell? He worked hard for it. I understand all that, but still.
Well, but it's just interesting because he's such a, humble kid, and
so much so.
He's very, into his faith and everything, and
yes,
it's not like he came into the league like Aaron Rodgers did, saying like, oh, they didn't pick me, they're gonna regret that. Like
chip on the shoulder.
He didn't say any of that. Yeah, he didn't do any of that. He doesn't, rub the media the wrong way, and he still catches a lot of heat. So
Baker Mayfield. A lot of quarterbacks going around talking trash, getting all mad about things, and not Brock. He just sits there and politely answers questions that are really nasty.
And the bonehead who asked him the question was Grant Cohn, of course. If you guys didn't know that. And asking him about the cowherd thing.
I didn't know that. I should have.
Yeah, it was, yeah, you should have.
The article, I didn't see his. I thought I saw his presser. But I didn't know who that was talking. That was Grant?
Yep.
Grant, staying true to form. Anyway, he handled it really well.
Yeah, I mean, I think all the guys on the team have, the PR person has definitely warned them about him. After the whole Kinlaw, especially after the whole Kinlaw thing.
There's been so many. I mean, Jimmy Ward was nice. He and Grant had that conversation. I don't think that Arik Armstead's crazy. Grant, a lot of guys just don't appreciate his style. But it is interesting.
Even Shanahan doesn't really like him either.
I know that time.
Yeah.
Anyway, Grant's become famous for that. So I guess, the means was met. So
yeah. But yeah, as far as the Armstead thing, I think we'll be okay. Like the other caller said, Clea Davis and Kinlaw, and even put Chase next to Bosa and put Gregory on the other side. They should be fine.
Oh, I keep forgetting about Randy, and you're right. His speed comes in handy if you're going to try to slip through the middle.
Yeah, and if Gino doesn't play, then I'm not saying that it's any given Sunday or whatever, but they should be able to take care of Drew Lock pretty easily. But you never know. I say that now, and then you might be carving us up. But,
yeah. I don't. No one's going to carve the 49ers up because you know what? No matter what quarterback you have out there, it could be Gino, it could be the guy with just face is supposedly supposed to be an MVP candidate, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, all these guys. The 49ers are not playing. If you come out there and play the quarterback position, you're in extreme danger. That's all there is to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's, all the system talk and all that, like, every quarterback in the league is a product of their system.
I know, I'm so tired.
Look at Dak Prescott and the offense they ran last year with Kellen Moore as offensive coordinator. He had the most picks in the league.
You're going to tell me that's not a system?
And now that they dumbed it down with McCarthy, he's actually having pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Same with if you go back and watch the game against Jalen Hurts, Ronbo, like it's RPO, it's a college style offense.
I know.
He doesn't progress through his reads really good. He doesn't, he's not on time.
Yeah.
Nothing, none of the routes are timed. He just throws it deep for Devontae and AJ. Mm-hmm.
It's already been proven not to be sustainable against certain defenses. So, running around, holding the ball for long periods of time, that's not going to work everywhere. And everybody's seen it. So it's going to be, we'll see how the Cowboys handle it this week. But he has gotten away with that a lot.
Yeah. But, like, basically the point is, every quarterback's the product of their system.
Yes.
If you put Patrick Mahomes in Chicago, I bet you he wouldn't be looking for this.
Behind that offensive line. Well, actually, Chicago's offensive line has gotten a little better than it was last year. But still, you need to have a scheme. You've got to have a system. Everybody's got to adhere to it. You see, because here's the thing, Evan. It is stupid to say that because every time you play an organized football, right, everybody has to read the same playbook. It's a system. That's why when they say this, like, what are you talking about? Oh, this is ridiculous. You guys trying to rag him with something that ignorant people don't understand. Oh.
Yeah, if there are no systems in the NFL, well, what's the point of having a coach or offensive coordinator?
Exactly. Just go out there and play backyard football, right? Yeah. Dumbass.
Yeah, so that talk is all silly, But I know the kid blocks it out. He's very.
No, he does. Yes.
I myself am, faithful to religion too. Yeah. But,
well, that's good, and and don't give it up no matter what anybody says.
And but right on. Shout out to Papa D, Tony in Australia, Ellis, UN production. I'll reach out tomorrow.
Thanks, fam. Looking forward to it. Have fun with the scoring.
Have a good night.
All right.
All right.
Evan.
Have a good night.
Yo, Notch.
Yes, sir.
Nodge, I'm glad we got you. As late as it is, we got you before you nodded off. Nodge works hard during the course of the day. Nodge may be the most hardest working student on campus. Nodge, you haven't graduated yet, have you?
Oh no, I ain't in college.
I remember the year I thought you were going, because you were leaving somewhere, going to. Okay, that's not you. All right.
Yeah,
well, Nodge works hard at whatever he does, and when I'm making him wait, he just can't handle it. Glad you worked it out tonight.
That East Coast time different.
Oh yeah, it is late. Well, let's talk about the MVP, and tonight is a testimony to why we think everybody's lost their damn mind, and Brock Purdy has every right. I don't care where he was drafted. I don't care how much of an army he has around him. Quarterback position is not easy for anybody. Yeah, so, what do you think about this conversation about Brock being an MVP? Is it justified? Has he earned the right to be in that conversation?
He for sure is. Yeah, like I said, if it was 6'4", there'll be no doubt in nobody's mind that he'll be the MVP.
Come on, Alabama.
Even,
You know.
yeah,
Yeah.
6'4" or LSU. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
He'll definitely.
Any SEC.
Come on now.
Yeah.
He would have definitely been the
It's biased.
favorites to win the SEC. We would have been tired of hearing about him if it was 6'4" coming out of the SEC.
Oh yeah.
But
all the glory boys, those guys that they have the red carpet on for on draft night. You know. Yeah. Brock didn't walk across the red carpet. That's fine. Yeah. That's okay.
So yeah, keep putting in that work, and I hope he do win the MVP, because if he win the MVP, he'll be the first ever to win he could. I ain't gonna jinx myself, but he could be the first ever to win MVP and the Super Bowl in the same year.
God,
so,
I really hope he wins the
MVP.
MVP.
Hard for the media. It'll be hard for the
be
media to deny that.
God, yes.
You know,
I'm gonna be up in so many people's faces. Ooh, y'all ain't got no quarterback. What do you mean I ain't got no quarterback? What's wrong with Brock Purdy? Why that ain't no quarterback, man? Y'all, how long you gonna think he gonna last? As long as it takes.
That's what I don't understand. What is he doing for y'all to think it's not gonna last? Like what is he? I don't see it. I watch every game. I watch every snap. I don't see what people talking about.
Right.
Only people I can tell, the only people that say it is the people that don't watch the game. Don't watch our game.
Yeah, no, for the first few weeks, I was a little concerned because I just worried about him. I thought he was a little small, and I thought that maybe this was moving too fast for him. Maybe in a little while he'd get better. Shh, boy, after 7 weeks, when we got to the NFCCG, that dude could play some football. Yeah, he can. Just go get him, Brock.
Even in our losses. Even in our losses, I was coming up here saying he was one of the main reasons we were still in the games for him to throw them interceptions.
Yeah.
Like, if it weren't for what he was doing for the first 3 quarters, them interceptions, you know.
We had no business losing to Cleveland. That was Jake. That was not Brock.
Yeah, that was Jake, 100%.
So, you know, the Vikings was, Vikings was a team effort. The defense was not helping. And, and we got to put into a situation where
he was playing.
Yeah.
He was still playing ball.
We kept up.
He ain't no dink and dunk. Yeah, I'll watch the games. He don't be dinking and dunking. We do throw screens, but so do everybody else in the NFL. Everybody throws screens. We just is effective with them. We are very effective with our screens. Like, just because ours work, that don't mean that's all you can do, you know?
You can't criticize him for that. Nodge, do you see how many teams around the league are running our offense? Every other time I look up and I see other teams, look at that. But I know where they got that from. You know, everybody's trying to run Kyle's offense.
You know, I'm in North Carolina, so a lot of Panthers games be coming on. They be trying to run our offense. They be trying to do screens, but it don't work.
We did last year. That's how
Darnold
got
nothing about
skill.
Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, come on now. Everybody do it, but Purdy, he the man. I like him. I ain't gonna say I like him since day one, because I was nervous when Jimmy had went down. But after I seen him a couple of weeks, I was like, oh yeah, he the real deal. You know,
because nobody comes out third string because you probably didn't get enough. If nothing else, you didn't get enough work in practice to be kicking butt already. Not Brock.
Yeah, no.
They bum rushed him in that game
it's
against
gonna
the
get
Dolphins.
better.
Yes, they didn't work.
Let's get better from here. And you know, Chase Daniels don't used to be a quarterback. I forgot who. I think the Bears.
I feel sorry for.
He used to be the quarterback for the Bears. Chase Daniels.
I didn't remember that name. He ain't been around in a while.
Yeah, he do his ESPN thing. He said Purdy should be the MVP. He said if you say he a dink and dunk dude, you just don't watch the game.
You don't understand football.
Yeah, he actually played the game. So
Ayuk is going more than dink and dunk distance too. I mean, when you look at how many receptions and touchdowns Ayuk has got, Ayuk didn't run that. He didn't do the Debo. Debo's the only one who does the Debo. Him and McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Ayuk is a finesse.
And Debo even caught a deep one against New York. People forget about where he dropped it back shoulder.
So, you know,
I think too many.
Well, Ayuk was out that game. That's right, huh? So, yeah. I don't. They try to make up things. You know, if it's not true, just make it up. Like a lot of us are gonna sit back and just take that. No, it's not true. And let me show you some numbers. Who's got the biggest percentage over 20 yards? See the name? Read it. God.
Right. But yeah, it's in due time. I just hate Elijah Mitchell keep getting hurt. I want a good, solid second running back, and that's why people was saying in the beginning of the year, let him run. But it's like you can't. We need him for the playoffs. So if we let him run during the season, he ain't gonna be there for the playoffs. So
You're right.
I don't know.
I wish Jordan Mason would be allowed to take that role between now and the last couple of weeks of the season. Let Elijah come back out there because Elijah actually is the more talented runner, but not by a lot. So over Jordan Mason, but Jordan Mason might just need a little burn.
Mason's more powerful.
That's what I'm saying.
Power,
Maybe just need to see a little bit more of Jordan Mason because I'm saying Elijah's got that explosion and quickness, but Jordan Mason ain't slow. He got quickness, and he's like you're saying, he's more powerful.
Yeah.
So
Tackle, he'll fall and get 3 yards, 4 yards.
Always falls forward. That's that Frank Gore teaching. Nice.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure, man. Let me see you tomorrow, man. Bring that score.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The score today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Think about it.
Okay, for sure.
All
I'll
right.
be there. Yes, sir.
All right, man.
All right.
Have a good night, Nudge.
All right, you too.
Let me go over here and check out with Michael.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob. How's your night going, buddy?
Michael's going all right, man. Anytime I'm talking about my boy Brock,
Oh, yeah.
he's
Hey, I
okay.
don't even wear my hat backwards.
You got to do it,
I
man.
wear my hat backwards.
Cowherd can go straight to hell. Anybody
Yeah,
else?
but know why he's doing this? Yeah, but know why he's attacking the 49ers? Because Trey Lance used to date his daughter, and he left her.
Then why pick
That's
on
why
Brock?
he's attacking the 49ers.
Well, that's right. Just the organization, period, yeah.
Maybe he's mad because Brock won't date his daughter. Maybe Brock, you know what I mean? But I know he's married anyway. Brock, I was worried. Maybe that's why
Cowherd.
he's mad, because Brock looks like a Playboy type of guy, you know?
Oh, the thing is,
You know,
Cowherd's
beach
getting weird
surfer
about
guy in California. He looks like a California surfer, man. The hat back. No, I like it like that. He looks sharp. I mean, when I saw that, I said, Brock, you look sharp, buddy.
He
I
looks
got to give you
comfortable. He doesn't have to put on
looks good.
airs.
I wear
Yeah.
it backwards.
Yeah.
So what? Hey, I would wear my jersey backwards. You got a problem with that?
I think
What's
we
next?
should all start wearing our hats backwards. There
Yeah,
needs to
wear
be
your
a
hats
hat,
backwards, not a fan.
and have the hat say Brock style on the top. Just piss them all off.
So what? Yeah. I don't like that. I put a nice comment on his. Yeah.
What do you care about the way he wears his hat? God.
Why, you're jealous because he beat the Eagles? He came in and destroyed them? Oh, good. He beat the Cowboys bad? Oh, wait till Baltimore shows up. The San Francisco. We'll eat that bird up so bad there won't be any more Lamar Jackson left.
You know, if that happens, I'll be
And by
so
then, he
happy.
could be hurt. He's hurt right now. Lamar Jackson's hurt.
What?
Lamar Jackson is a questionable, yeah. The questionable, I guess, some kind of injury he had, Lamar.
This past weekend?
Yep.
No, they were off.
Just come up. I was looking at my fantasy football league. And one of my friends had him, and it says questionable.
Wow.
I said, what can that be with the 49ers? I said, what can that be with the 49ers? Because that would be nice.
You see, Patrick Mahomes doesn't scare me anymore. If he comes to Super Bowl, that's a lock. You know why? He doesn't have any receivers.
Oh,
if he had receivers, it'd be a game. He's got no receivers.
He has no
They can't
receivers.
catch the ball.
He has nobody. The only thing he has is Kelsey.
That's
but Kelsey
it.
be too busy looking at Taylor Swift. Kelsey be Taylor Swift, he'll look at her on the side.
And
Not
he's
even focusing in the game.
And all you got to do is take him out, and the rest can go one-on-one.
Yep.
Double team Kelsey and take care of the rest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another Pro Bowl guy I think could have been in there, but he's out for the year. Was a cornerback from Southern Cal, Hamanga. He would have been another one. He could probably been a Pro Bowl. You know the guy that got hurt?
Oh, Funga.
Yeah.
Yes.
That could have
He
been
made it
another guy
last
that
year.
could have been in it.
Ah.
Yep. And hey, if Purdy makes it the Pro Bowl, I'll be happy. Imagine MVP wins the Super Bowl. When was the last pick of the draft ever did that in the history? That could be something that could maybe do something.
I just
Maybe
love
they make a movie for that. If they do, if he does that this year, wins the Super Bowl,
movie's already
wins
being
MVP.
made. Yeah.
No, yeah,
That's definitely going to be made.
But this guy will get a juicy check in his. You watch. They'll get him.
And I can't wait. Those people, you guys ain't got a quarterback. Remember before the game season started, what are you guys going to do? You guys are question mark. You ain't got a quarterback.
And my daughter was upset when the Eagles lost. She was crying. Like, oh, I said, why? You cried because my Niners destroyed you guys at the stadium? It could have been a lot worse.
Really, it
Yep.
could have.
She lost that bet. Yep. Mm-hmm. Her mom was like, "Oh, you got to take it easy with her." No, you're a football. You're a football fan.
You're gonna be a football fan, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gotta take the stuff.
Oh yeah.
Take the heat.
I mean, a lot of Eagle fans were mad here on the East Coast. One of them, I said, "Oh, what happened to your Eagles jersey?" "Oh, my girlfriend burned it."
How come?
She's from California.
Oh.
She's a California chick. She's a San Francisco girl. I said, "Good girl." I shook her hand. I said, "Good girl. You did your job."
And Michael, Eagles fans are so obnoxious. They're the East Coast version of the Raiders. That's
fight.
why I'm delighted
They fight.
to piss them
Oh,
off.
they fight. I've seen them on the street. They fight.
I know. I heard about
Obviously, I didn't bump into any of them. I didn't bump into any of them because, I mean, my luck, they probably
They're like
take them
that
out
about the
and-
NBA. How do they feel about the Phillies? Because the Eagles, Philly people are a little overly passionate to the point of being insane. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, the Phillies are not as bad as, like, the Eagles. Eagles were like the Yankees, man. The Yankees, whew.
Mets. You know, I joined a friend to a Mets game years ago. Mets fans, they don't serve beer in there anymore because the Mets fans, they just get real stupid. Real stupid, like I've never seen before.
Yeah.
So what do you...
They throw them on the field. They dump that, yeah. They're crazy in New York. That's one thing about New York people, man. They're crazy. They're nuts. But that's everywhere you go, Ronbo, like you said, you know?
Well, you know, in Cali,
I mean,
to a little lesser degree, you know, Rams fans are the most laid back in the world. I mean, Dodger fans, I mean, they're up there watching. They don't even know what the score is. What's the score? They're up at the concession stand.
And
I mean, the best thing going on.
Boy, you better win this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Cowboys better win this weekend. They better win. Prescott, you better play the best, man. You wait for us. We beat Seattle. Number one, here we come.
Yeah.
Yep. Because
we'd have to win out.
I mean, it doesn't matter if Detroit wins. Doesn't matter if Detroit wins or not. We take over Detroit.
No, we get division winner, and Detroit can't. Yeah, they can't.
A lot of people say if the Eagles keep on losing, they could drop to a wild card. Imagine that.
Yeah, if they lose to the Cowboys,
It could happen. It could happen. They could happen. They have to play the Cowboys next.
Yeah, because if they don't win the division, they have to be a wild card.
Mm-hmm.
They have to.
Yep. So if they lose to the Seahawks and the Cowboys, that's
5 at best.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they'll be singing like Willie Nelson. On the road again.
On the road again.
I just can't wait to get on the road again.
Oh, yeah, Ronbo. You got it, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not worried about the Cowboys being the number 3 seed or whatever they said is. We take care of the Cowgirls. Texas boy, forget it. Detroit, forget it. You're getting your butt kicked. You're not going to make it past the first round.
Yeah.
I don't think they will. They won't. Vegas won't want Detroit in the Super Bowl. Vegas does not want Detroit in no Super Bowl.
No, it's bad for ratings. Yeah.
No, they want big teams like the Niners, Philadelphia, you know.
What's
maybe Dallas, Kansas City.
No, Dallas is,
maybe Buffalo
their
might
major
not
player.
make it. Buffalo might not
Eagles.
make it. Buffalo might not make it. Buffalo's got Kansas City next. Buffalo's in a lot of trouble.
They'll beat Kansas City. Kansas City has a problem. They don't have.
Yeah, but look at Buffalo.
No receivers.
Yeah, but look at Buffalo. They should have won games. And look at.
I know that's true.
I think the Patriots won.
This weekend's gonna be fun football weekend.
Yeah, I think the Patriots won tonight. They beat the Steelers. I think. If anybody knows, I know the Patriots were rough.
I was watching a little while ago. That was the Patriots were beating the Steelers.
It was on the internet. It was on the internet. It was on Amazon. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was watching that. And
yeah. Yeah, so, I mean that's 3 wins. Yep. But all right.
We gotta go, Michael. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Right,
bring that
for tomorrow. Yeah, I'll go look at the score. Yeah. Well, I will bring the score and I'll bring my pizza and hot wings with it.
There you go. And say hello to the daughter. And
all
tell her we're sorry about
I want to give a shout out to Sharon, Big Show, and everybody. I want to give a shout out to my 49 Empire and my Empire family, man. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, Michael. And then bring it in here. Chill, Pill, Phil. We've also got an APB out for the Big Show. We'll find him. Hey, Phil.
I don't think he's ever going to call in.
Hey, Show, get in here.
Doing too well.
You know.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Phil, we got an argument going on. And maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, it might have been somewhat an argument. It should be, maybe. But not now. You know, Brock Purdy is clearly a front runner.
Well, you know, I was looking at some stats, and, you know, Nick Wright comes up with something always to downgrade Brock Purdy. And
he's embarrassed.
Now he's attacking Yak, right? That's his big thing now.
That's all he can
you know,
do.
Brock Purdy just throws a short pass and Debo runs forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, they did some research and they went through the last 10 MVPs of the league
Mm-hmm. Talk about it.
and what percentage of their total yards were yak.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out
give
to an
us
average
those names.
of the 10 guys of 48%.
Mm-hmm.
And Brock Purdy's throwing 48%
Mm-hmm.
of yak right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Patrick Mahomes, who won the MVP last year,
Yeah.
was at 56% yak
Thank you.
last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not yak, Mr. Wright.
Yeah.
The guy's just lazy, and
Mhm.
he's just trying to stick by, you know, his boy Mahomes.
And he's
But
insulting
Mahomes
people's
is-
intelligence, thinking that we don't know the real numbers. And you know, you mentioned.
Mahomes is average this year. He's
yeah.
actually below average.
One of the thing is, there's other
So-
names on that list you're listening from too. Mahomes is one of them, but there's two more names on it. And I was reading that, and I was laughing and said, "See, everybody wants to make it like it's Brock Purdy is something new. He is not. He's doing a good job, but he's right up there with everybody else as far as yak. Yeah, you got to have yak.
Well-
Everybody's running Kyle Shanahan's
You know,
offense.
the other thing is they go, he's too small. Well, he's 6'1". So is Jalen Hurts. Patrick Mahomes is 6'2". You know, he's not 6'5" like Burrows or Josh Allen or, you know, the guy in San Diego or L.A.,
Yeah,
Herbert.
yeah.
But he's an average-sized quarterback. He's taller than Russell Wilson or Drew
Thank God for
Brees
that.
or
Yeah.
those guys.
Russ is too small.
Give me a break. Give me a break. But you know what, Ronbo? Who cares?
I don't.
You know, when
really
he's
don't.
holding up one Lombardi, two Lombardis, three Lombardis, then maybe they'll come around.
It'll take at least two. You're right. Oh, look at that. Look at that supporting cast he's got. The guys that can't even play any kind of sport. I could run that ball club. No, you couldn't. Stop. Oh, God.
I mean, Kurt Warner, when he won the MVP his rookie year, had Marshall Faulk, Hall of Famer, had Torrey Holt, Hall of Famer, and he had, what's his name, the other wide receiver,
Yeah,
who's
no, I was
on the
trying to-
Hall of
I
Fame.
was trying to think of his name, too.
So, like, those guys didn't
Isaac
have...
Bruce.
Bruce. Isaac. Yes, Isaac Bruce.
Yeah, Isaac Bruce,
Thanks
Hall of
Emilio.
Famer.
Yeah.
So,
don't tell me these guys are winning
hello,
without
he
weapons.
didn't have weapons? Come on.
Rice had weapons. I mean, Montana had weapons. Brady had weapons, and people keep saying, "Well, Tom had weapons all throughout his career. Whenever he won, he had people helping him." Get out of here with that. Oh,
You know, even Mahomes, he's got Kelsey. He had,
Travis.
what's his
I mean,
name?
Tyreek Hill,
Miami now.
the ultimate weapon.
Tyreek Hill. He had weapons. And you know what? Brock Purdy is the most pressured quarterback in the league,
Yes.
yet he's the most efficient. Give me a
Yes.
break.
Yes.
These guys, they're just lazy, and they stick by what they predicted early, and they don't want to admit that they were wrong.
You lose face, you know.
Kinda like
Their
the
integrity's
show.
still shot because we know the truth. So I don't know where they're going with that. And they're going to keep doing it to make it worse. Now I think Nick Wright's a complete butt. I used to think maybe every now and then he did have a good take every now and then. Well, now total disrespect,
but
Nick.
here's
Every time
the
you open
thing
your
they
mouth.
don't understand. Here's the thing they don't understand, Ronbo. Quarterbacking is 90% between the ears.
I know. You've got to be smart.
That's what does it. Your ability to read defenses pre-snap, the ability to make
Process
changes,
and get rid of the
cut
ball.
post-snap, and get the ball on time in the right position. And that's what Brock does.
Mm-hmm.
He does it better than anybody.
Mm-hmm. And Kyle wants you to get that first read. But Kyle, you know, Brock will still find a second and third read. He does it all the time. Yeah, he wants to get the first read, but I see something better. And he goes to it.
Here's my prediction. Eventually, you're going to have a Brock Purdy fathead behind you.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. I'm liking him a lot. Yeah. And plus, I like him so much. When Brock Purdy gets up there and he answers some nasty questions and he stays polite, he could do Baker Mayfield. He could do any number of quarterbacks that don't take that kind of crap.
He's a consummate pro.
He is.
He's like he's been in the league like 10 years.
I know, right? And then he goes out there and does his thing.
Anyway, Ronbo. And I don't worry about Seattle right now. Geno Smith, he's not a running quarterback.
Anyway.
We sack him right and left,
He's not gonna be running anyway.
his tackles aren't very good.
He's got a groin in it.
I'm not worried about it. Armstead can rest for 2 weeks, as far as I'm concerned.
Do we play who do we play after the Hawks?
Cardinals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need him back for the Baltimore. But yeah, you're right.
Baltimore's after that, and then we've got
Los Angeles.
No, I have Washington.
Oh, I forgot about Washington.
And then
everybody did.
The Rams here.
Yeah.
So
those are all very winnable. So, barring any serious
we're going to
injuries,
win out.
Yeah.
We just need some help on Philadelphia. That's all.
Oh, and
if they lose one game,
and we have to depend on the Cowboys. Can you imagine how bad that is? Watch Philadelphia mop the floors of that stadium with the Cowboys. I'm going to be so mad. I said, Cowboys, man, don't you ever say nothing.
I expect a close game. I expect a close game because we beat Dallas 42-10, and we beat Philadelphia 42-19. So
they're equal.
They're equal.
Both of them suck.
And it's in Dallas, so give
What's
the
Dallas
a little
edge
bit
right
to
there?
Dallas.
Isn't Dallas favored by 3?
Yeah, they are 3.5, I think now. But yeah, and the other thing is nobody wins after they play us.
You notice that? I love it. Phil, let me see tomorrow. Bring that score
every week.
And I'm going to be looking for you. And give us those recipes for that marinade you're putting on that meat for this week.
Score tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
All right, Phil.
You take care, man.
You too, Phil.
All right,
Appreciate
later.
you. Later. Bye. Hey, Brian, the law rides in.
49ers, red and gold, rocking with the Niners till I am dead and cold. Repping the Niners all the way from the Mid-South. The law says, know your role and shut your damn mouth.
Damn right.
What's up, Ronbo?
Colin Cowherd, Nick Wright. and don't, boy, don't even get me started on Skip Bayless. You know, fam, Skip Bayless, did you see that final meltdown
that
between
Joker,
Skip Bayless?
That character.
No, but did you see that meltdown between him and Sherm? Sherm ain't been back since. I knew that was going to be it. My God, they were fighting right there in front of God and everybody. Ooh, that got nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Skip said, well, Rich, it was nice, but you've got to go. I'm not going to sit here and tolerate that kind of behavior on my show. Now, you embarrassed yourself. You attempted to embarrass me, and I'm sorry, but you're going to have to go. And probably Sherm probably really told him off after that and left.
Was that today?
No,
was that today?
That was a few shows ago, and
okay,
I said, wow.
Okay, yeah,
we're watching a fight.
I do remember it. But
I said, that's live. That's real.
You don't realize, first of all, he thinking Sherman is a dumb football player. Sherman is very intelligent. Matter of fact, Sherman is a Dean's List of Stanford grad.
Only 1 in 10. We say only 1 in 10 will get into Stanford. You cannot be an idiot and get it. The curriculum's too difficult. If you don't have an aptitude or an IQ high enough, they'll send you a little application back.
Straight,
sorry.
straight out of Compton. Straight out of Compton.
You know. No, Sherm. And Skip was trying to argue with him about playing the game and about dragging people being tackled. I said, you know what? Skip has got a somewhat of a point about bad tackling, but Sherman's trying to explain to you what took place, Skip. Why don't you listen every now and then?
Yeah.
God.
And that's what. And I remember that. And I remember Sherman telling him, he said, "You can't tell me unless you've done it. You're not an expert. I'm an expert on that. I was All-Pro once upon a time. And I won a Super Bowl, so I shouldn't know anything about tackling. You didn't never tackle. We asked you, when have you tackled? How can you tell me about tackling? You've never done it in your profession.
And what kills me is Skip makes a mistake. He's surrounding himself with black people all the time, right?
Yeah,
like
all the
Skip,
time. You know you don't get it.
Skip, that's not helping you.
Michael, the only one and the only somebody on his side is Michael Irvin. Because, he like the Cowboys, whatever. He did it right. He did it right. Although he got Keyshawn, but
Keyshawn's cool.
Now
he doesn't get mad.
He played neutral. I think he played neutral sometimes, but he will tell Skip too. He say, "Hey, Skip, you wrong. You wrong for that."
But he'll tell him without getting mad. He attempts to embarrass him, but he just doesn't get mad. See, and you can't have somebody from Compton came out of Rich that day.
But
but
that's who he picked. But that's who he picked.
That's
But that's who he picked. He thought he could. Just because he called himself punking out Shannon Sharp. He think he gonna pull that shit. I said, now when Sherman was playing, he let you know who he was. He told you. He said, "Hey, I'm better than life at you."
And Shannon's still talking about him to this day.
Yeah, can't get it out.
As is Stephen A. Smith. But Stephen A. Smith keeps it eloquent. He'll say little digs, but he won't say nothing too long, and he won't go on and on. So the Skip really pisses people off. They get bitter about it. They don't get over it. But, fam, give me some about Brock Purdy, though. Now, we have an MVP candidate that's not being appreciated by everybody. What do you think?
Hey, Ronbo. And you know what? I am so sick and tired of these networks. They want an MVP on a weekly basis, and then soon as they'll keep a name in the conversation, and then soon as they have a bad game, whatever, they want to throw them away.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's a long season.
It was Hurts up until
6
this
more
weekend.
games ago. I'm thinking, why are we gun ho about MVP right now? I'm thinking, and like I said, don't they give that toward the end of the season? Don't they? Think that award only go to at the end of the season?
Yeah, I mean, why do they?
Yeah. So
what is it? Just before the Super Bowl they announced that, I think, or after?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Right after.
Yeah. I think it's right around. It's either right after or whatever. But here's
it's
my
not before
thing.
the playoffs. But yeah.
Not wrong. Yeah. But here's my thing. You can't take away what Mr. Irrelevant has accomplished in the last 16, 17 games. It's phenomenal. Okay, it's phenomenal. You're not gonna find too many 7th round Mr. Irrelevant prospects to come out and be this productive.
Yeah. We have the unrestricted guy.
It's unheard of.
But
Ronbo, as I said, the formula is the formula. Get the ball to your playmakers, and that's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But Ronbo, he's not doing no different than what Montana and Steve Young done before him.
I concur.
When they had him get the ball to Roger Craig, get the ball to Jerry Rice, and if they covered, go the ball to John Taylor. You got John Taylor on the side.
Most important position on the field. You have to make the right choices. Everybody does not have that ability.
Get the ball to Tom Ratman. You know what I'm saying? You got all these. It's the formula is the formula, Ronbo. Get the ball to your playmakers. Yeah, this ain't nothing new. That's what they supposed to do.
I know, right?
That's what the West Coast offense is. It's not long. It's not a long ball offense. It's a short, explosive. It's a distribution.
Get the ball
it's
to
not
the playmakers.
for no one player.
Yes.
Thank you. That's what the West Coast offense is.
A lot of people don't know that.
It's about matchups, Ronbo. It's matchup. I want to match up Roger Craig with your best.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the ball to either Roger Craig, Tom Ratman, Brett Jones, or if he can't get them, look for Rice or Taylor.
Mm-hmm. Crossing.
It's no different, Ronbo. It's no different. Everybody want to think like, y'all trying to buy a Super. Y'all trying to buy a Super Bowl? No, I'm thinking like, no, not literally.
Yeah. So
but,
this constant crying about the offense is just amazing. How they just want to use that to attack the quarterback. Guys, read a book about the West Coast offense, guys. They're not bombs away all. And as a matter of fact, Brian, there is not a lot of people bombing away all game long anymore. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that.
No,
you throw the ball downfield here on occasion.
No.
But nobody's just bombing the ball up and down the field all day. You get your ass picked off right and left.
No. But
You gotta
Rumble, but it
set that
also
up.
helps you have a good. It also helps to. And I'm gonna tell you this on a side note. If there is an award for GM of the year, I would give it to John Lynch
There you go. He
this
never
year.
lost.
I think John Lynch did an outstanding. I think the last 2 years, John Lynch has done an outstanding job. I
Well,
would give it to him.
You'll be followed by a lot of people voting behind you. We got to go, though, Brian. It's good stuff as always. But I'll be back tomorrow.
Yes,
Looking for
sir.
you. All right. Bring that score.
All right, Ronbo. Shout out to you. Shout out to Faithful, and shout out to production. Shout out to who are the other callers?
Your
Papa
faves.
Papa Dragon,
Yeah.
Papa Dragon, Big Show.
Yeah. Especially Big
Shout
Show.
out to the
We're still looking
faithful.
for him. Yeah.
Anybody seen Big Show?
He was on vacation with family during the holiday, but we haven't seen him since. I was looking
Oh,
for him.
okay.
I've sent him a couple of notes.
Well, anyway,
Show!
Rumbo, the law is Rumbo, the law is out.
All right,
See
fam.
you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right, Rumbo. All right,
All
later.
right. Are you ready for some Latino heat? Latino heat. Emilio.
What's happening?
Man, we're just having fun, man, because, this is the kind of car we like to ride in, That stuff we was doing in 2013 and 14, 15, 16. Well, 13 wasn't bad, 14 wasn't bad, 15, 16. Boy, that sucked. 17 was hurting. We've been all right since then, and it's feeling good. We may be getting to the promised land. Emilio, I ain't scared no more. Rumble, man, don't be talking like that. It's bad luck. Look, this team, everybody in the league knows that's the best team in football. All they got to know is they got to go ahead and be the best team in football. Let me stop, man. I'm getting all worked up about the BP, about the MVP. What are you thinking?
Purdy been doing the same, so I'm not too much worried about it. It was just everybody talking about he's not this good. You guys don't have a clue like I'm. Stuff and change around. People starting to change around. So it's just with everybody that is. He's Mr. He's still kind of Mr. Irrelevant to everybody else.
I hope they keep calling him that.
He done surpassed that. He for us, he surpassed that. Even though he was that, he done surpassed it. I'm like, he's the last pick in the draft, but we're not comparing him to Tom Brady. But he was close enough. Tom Brady was in the 6th round. He's just close enough. I gotta say, we're not comparing. But we haven't seen it. If Tom Brady can get picked that late and win Super Bowls, why can't there be another one?
Yeah.
Like I say, all this time, the best quarterback over the years was Joe Montana. Then Tom Brady came around. So, it's a possibility Purdy can be that. But he is yet to see. He has to win the first Super Bowl first.
See. That's right.
But,
and Emilio, how many times have you watched a game and was like impressed with the plays he makes on several different occasions? Every game you see Purdy do something that's impressive. He's not out there just playing. I'm just distributing the ball here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a card dealer here. I ain't doing nothing special. Every time you see Purdy make some great throws, like that shot in the Hawks game that he threaded that needle and caught IU coming between them 4 defenders. How many people can do that?
Like I said, we didn't see him. Like I said, to us, he's impressive. So we didn't see him. He's like, we can see it, we know it, and it's just everybody else wants to act like they've been watching night of football. Everybody else has been stuck. I keep telling everybody's stuck on that East Coast football, and then with Patrick Mahomes in that, they can do this, they can do that. They just don't want to give the West Coast no type of love.
Good.
They don't. They want to stay away from it.
Anything them other guys do,
They hate that.
it's a big deal. Oh, Dak's playing the best football in the league right now. He can. Who's he playing against? Who's he playing against? Why are you talking like this?
So, like I say, give it a minute. They're starting to turn around. Like, man, we can't keep saying what we're saying. It's starting to turn around. So I said, when it do, we already know what it is. We already know what's going on. So to us, it's normal. To them, it's new. So, like I said, we've been watching Purdy for already almost 2 years now. So, like I said, it's normal to us. We done seen what he can do. You know what he's capable of. He done came back from a game. Another one game. He done played like crap, showed he could come back and still win. So it's just he's already done what he can. We've seen it all. Us as 49 team with Purdy can be what he's capable of. Them other dudes that like the East Coast people haven't seen him yet. So, like I said, I was in Seattle. They were giving Purdy props. I'm like, man, I wish we had Brock Purdy. I'm like, yeah, exactly. So, like I said, the West Coast can see it. They all see it. Even the Rams fans see it. But the guys come on here, so they all see it.
Not the ones that come on the chat.
Everybody has to just.
We still get the clowns that come in the chat. There's still a dink and dunk quarterback, Purdy. I say, man, y'all, you guys know we know you're lying. You're just saying that to get a rush. Hey, fam, in the chat, don't react to Chrissy Everett. Go ahead, Emilio.
It's not good. Like I said, they can think it, whatever. It don't matter. They're just talking because they're not doing any good. They just get their butts and you look at it. Like I said, all the Eagle fans are whatever. Oh, Purdy, we're gonna lose to Brock Purdy, and they end up losing. So.
I love when people say that one. That's my favorite.
And then the one that kills me too, you got Dak is gonna get you guys back. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I believe that too. Yeah, you guys couldn't beat Jimmy. You guys can't beat Brock Purdy. So,
and Emilio, we're in their head. Both the Cowboys and the Eagles, we're in their head. I guarantee you, it doesn't matter which one we see next. They are going to be nervous. And that causes you to lose confidence, and that causes you to make mistakes. You can't beat a team's ass like that and have them come back and all of a sudden just start showing up and showing out. It ain't going to happen. You got too much respect. You can't play.
I give them that. I say both, but if we do play one or the other in the playoffs, they're going to be a little bit prepared. I do say
they
that.
Have to.
So it ain't going to be walking apart if we play them in the playoffs. It'll be a little more tougher game because we're not going to let them do what they did. But other than that, no.
They will say that. I hope they talk trash.
I done said it before. Like I said, before the season, we got a clear path to the Super Bowl. Like if we said it, you said it. The only people that can beat us is ourselves. If we don't get injured or don't make mistakes, we're on the way to Vegas. I just don't see why we can't and they cannot make it to Vegas.
I just can't see it either. I just hope that either team, please talk shit. Debo really takes that stuff serious. It helps him play. So somebody please talk over on the other team. Please do it.
So do I. I take this because I was like, Sirianni was doing all that talking to Kansas City. I'm like, I don't see him talking all of a sudden. What was all that talking he was doing? I said, man. I'm looking, I'm like, Sirianni, why are you so quiet now? Oh, I'm a humble guy. Oh, yeah, you were so humble. You were talking shit to Kansas City, but all of a sudden you get punched in your mouth. You didn't want to. You couldn't say a word.
Sitting in the house with his lights off. I'm gonna tell you, some of these guys kill me. That's fine. I'll continue to do so.
Hey, listen, like I said, they just let Purdy keep doing his thing, and all these guys want to turn around, and then hey, hopefully he does become MVP. Like I said, I would like for him to be MVP. Like I said, and the whole thing earlier with Kurt Warner. Yeah, all of us now, if you look at it, Kurt Warner became a Hall of Famer. All those other guys became Hall of Famers. So what are you telling me? It was kind of the same system. It's a West Coast system. Yeah, he threw the ball deep, but then, like I said, you had Marshall Faulk, Isaac Rose, Taylor Hall, it was the West Coast system, the Yak Yard. So it's just like, it's just crazy.
They just won't give him any love for that. I tell you something else, too. Brock's already got records now that have never been done in NFL history. If he gets MVP, it's a wrap. He's got it. We got to go, though, fam. Let me see tomorrow for that score.
And like I said, I hate Kurt Warner, not being a Ram. So, but like I said, I give Mr. Props for doing what he did. Like I said, he is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, because we got class as 49er fans. We ain't like them people. Got to give them credit. But to see you tomorrow, fam. Right. Always a pleasure. Emilio.
You too. All right, have a good night, sir. Everybody else out there.
Night, Emilio. Right. And let's go to Joycey. 856. Hello, New Jersey.
Hello?
Hello. And who is this?
Enigma?
Yeah. What is your name?
Enigma?
Enigma. I've not heard from you.
Yeah.
I remember that name. I've not heard from you in years.
I'm sure you did.
How you doing? Wow.
What's up, brother?
Hey, we're sitting here looking at an MVP person that's getting a lot of pushback from people who think he doesn't deserve it. I'm going to say, you know what? This is just madness.
Ronbo, I agree with you 100%. What else does a dude got to do?
I don't get it.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I mean, he throws dimes down the field like people are saying he can't throw down the field. He can't do this, can't do that, right?
You got an ignorant Rams fan who's saying that now. Where's Ayuk standing? He's not running small shots. Ayuk's running routes down the field.
Exactly. Exactly. Somebody got to throw him the ball, right? But like that Seahawks game where there was 4 defenders.
Oh, that's my favorite.
That was one of the most beautiful throws that I've ever seen a quarterback make.
Perfectly timed. And you know what? That's no exaggeration. There's been a lot of great tosses.
It's no
in football
exaggeration. Facts, right?
Ooh, that was pretty. And he did that like he knew exactly what he was doing. And Ayuk, they're like the same. They're on the same. It's like Professor X and the X-Men. They're on the same wavelength. Ayuk ran right into the right spot, picked that baby off.
That's what I'm saying. This is, but to be able to put that ball, in between them 4 defenders, that is some, right?
That's elite.
And people are talking all this crap about Purdy. He's this, he's that. Bro, how you going to talk crap? He got the highest QBR in the whole NFL.
Yes.
Am I right?
Damn right. That's right.
These people are crazy, bro. And also, so I want to talk about our DBs. Our DBs are beasts out there. These boys can play.
Every week they've gotten better.
Yeah.
And better. Yep.
These dudes are ballers. Like, I was concerned, like, in the beginning, right? But after a while, once these guys started clicking together, I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. These teams are in trouble.
Give Coach Wilkes credit.
You got Ambry Thomas out there.
Looking good. Oh!
I'm telling you. Like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, these boys, like, they just threw them in there. They just threw these boys in there. Lenore is a beast.
Hey, you moved him into the slot. He was better outside. But now they moved him in the slot, and he's gotten better and better in the slot. Ask Swift about how he feels about running across that area.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, bam! He knocked him into tomorrow, bro.
Oh.
Like, no joke. That boy got clocked. Damn. I was like, holy man. I was like, we're hitting like that, bro. These teams better watch out. That's all I'm saying. We coming. We are coming. These boys are in trouble.
God.
Yo, and on top of it, right? Like, I never, ever in a million years thought that we would stomp the Eagles like that. Like,
I didn't either. Hey, I'm telling the truth. A lot of us are telling the truth. Some people say that they saw that coming. I've been seeing a couple of guys online. They knew that was coming.
Nah, bro. Ronbo, I don't. I mean, I know we're a good team.
Than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, are we that good?
I guess so now. But before the game, I thought it was going to be close. I thought we might win by 7-14, maybe.
That's what I thought too. But are we really like on the like elite level? Like,
yeah,
dude, that's crazy, bro.
No.
I never thought in a million years that we just blowing out teams.
Well, see, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
They don't even stand a chance.
Now, the 49ers' confidence is so high, and they know how to utilize all those weapons. And Nick, remember in the beginning of the season, you looked at an arsenal of weapons, and you thought to yourself, and I don't know if you entertained the thought, but I said, how are you going to stop Debo, Ayuk, Kittle?
Right,
Christian?
exactly.
That's
Facts.
too much.
Right.
How are you going to stop that? And sure enough.
And on top of it, so Kyle's starting to run more of a West Coast now.
Yeah.
He's starting to do more of a West Coast. Like, he's starting to mix and match.
Yes.
He's changing up. He's changing. And I don't know if you noticed, but with Purdy in there, I think he trusts him a lot more than, like, Jimmy and all the other quarterbacks.
You saw him audible. You saw him audible, right?
Yeah.
I saw that a couple of times. I didn't believe it. Yeah.
Yep. And not only that, but
he put his hand to his cup and says, what the hell is he doing?
Putting the ball, he's putting the ball down the field.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Brock, our offense is way open now. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, teams better watch out moving forward.
Yep.
It's a scary thing right now because this is what I've been waiting for. Like, a quarterback that can actually go down the field and is not afraid to, to put it in them tight windows.
And
this is what I've been waiting for.
And is allowed to audible at the line of scrimmage. He called a couple of plays off, and I thought I saw him put his hands on his helmet. I said, what is Brock doing? He called that play off.
Facts.
All right.
Facts.
Go
Yep.
for it, big
He's
dog.
changing. Yeah. This is what I'm saying, man.
Woo!
This is what makes us so dangerous, man. This is what's going to make us so dangerous moving forward.
It is.
And we're starting. I mean,
got the
if this is what it's going to look like in the playoffs, oh boy, teams are going to be in trouble.
Damn right.
All right. And so also, all right. So what about Zach Ertz? What do you think of Zach Ertz coming?
Unnecessary.
Quite possibly.
Unnecessary. But you know what, though? Dwelly went down. Maybe, okay. I don't know. Maybe you could sign him to a one-year contract. How is Ertz health-wise?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how his health is.
Because I'm trying to figure out what happened to him. How is he available?
All I know is I think he'd be an upgrade. He's a veteran.
No, yeah. No doubt about it.
Putting him out there with Kittle? Putting him out there with Kittle? Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, he's got to grasp the playbook. I hope he's been around for a while. He could probably pick it up quick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's a veteran. You know what I mean? It won't take him no time. I mean, look what CMC did.
CMC is not your average human being. I still think that science, at some point in history...
You're right. He's a robot.
Look at him. Yeah. He's an android. But CMC's a machine. Like, you see his workout?
He's genetically modified in the lab.
I see they show a clip of him. He got a video of his workout. I said, look at him, man. I mean,
know.
Kobe Bryant used to do these crazy workouts. Karl Malone. There's been players in all kind of sports doing all kind of just hardcore. CMC is not, oh my God, man. Most guys would have passed out in the middle of that workout. Oh! So, you know.
He's built different, man.
He is.
Yeah. He's definitely built different.
Nick, but we got to go.
I
think it's great to hear from you.
We got to go?
We got to go. But listen, get back tomorrow, though.
What time you going to be on tomorrow?
Earlier, if I can. Let's say somewhere between 6:30 and 7 for sure.
Okay.
All right. You got
Sounds good, Ronbo. Man, it was awesome talking to you, brother.
Same here, fam. It's great to hear your voice. I haven't heard you in such a long time. When you said your name, and it made me pop. Enigma. Yes. He's returned to innocence. Hey, all right.
Yes, there you go, brother. All right, Ronbo.
Have a great
night. Take it easy,
man.
brother.
You too.
You too, man.
All right.
All right. Later, brother.
Yeah. 775, you're in Nevada. Hello.
Ronbo, what's shaking?
It's, you know what that is. That's Casey. Casey, get in here,
man.
I love when you're coming in under. You're in Nevada somewhere, but from a different phone. Casey, man, this is a perfect conversation for you too, because, you know, we're watching Brock Purdy being picked on by the media, by various fan bases and things like that. People accusing him of not having any abilities, that he's surrounded by an arsenal of talent that even the worst of football players could work with. You know, I said, you know, you guys are full of, you're not noticing any good work put on by Brock Purdy out there. Give me a break. You're being dishonest. So I call it tonight this concession the group hug around Brock. He deserves better. What are you thinking? Is he a MVP candidate legitimately or not?
Yes, he's clearly the MVP. And you know, Ronbo, I think Grant Cohn wishes he was media. I'm tired of that goofball.
Grant is, well, you got to understand, I like Grant for that reason, because Grant is doing, I'd like to know really what Grant thinks of things, but Grant does that to sensationalize. It gets him out there. Granted, it gets him out there in Nick Wright fashion, but it gets him out there. Who doesn't know Nick Wright? Who doesn't know Grant Cohn? You know?
Well, it's not my cup of tea, Ronbo.
Well, yeah.
I'm more the Ronbo sports. You know?
Thanks, fam. I can only be honest. I can't lie. I mean, I can't go out there and do things that are going to get attention in that fashion. I can't do it.
Shout out my boy Raj on RSF Niners too. That's one of my favorite pages.
All right. Raj. Raj. I got to check him out. I haven't saw him in a long time. But yeah.
But Ronbo, you know, I think that Purdy is clearly the MVP now. At the beginning of the season, it was McCaffrey, but
But now in combination, they're just lethal. And Debo too.
well, and Purdy's numbers are just so. His numbers aren't just at the top; they're like way at the top.
No, that's why I see you.
It's insane. It's insane, and it looks like he's the new.
I
mean, it looks like he's.
Don't do it.
The cover, the NFL's favorite. I mean, I don't know what to say. He's his own. He's his own person. He's unlike anything we've ever seen before. I feel like.
I tell you.
And he reminds me of.
Go ahead, say the name.
Yeah. He reminds me of Steph Curry, Ronbo.
Oh yeah, the babyface assassin. That works.
And even his last name almost sounds similar and stuff. Like one syllable first name. Similarities are there, Ronbo. He's just so well spoken.
And polite. He never says a rude word. He's like,
Ronbo, when I grow up, I want to be Brock Purdy.
Turn the other cheek. Brock always turns the other cheek. They say anything to back to him, turns the other cheek. I said, Brock, you know what? Don't worry, because you got a lot of people out there to take that other cheek. Boy.
He reminds me of that kid in school that's just cool.
Yeah. Can't rustle his Phil. I tell you, I love him.
That real laid back player vibe. If Purdy was black, he would be like, there already would have been a movie about him. Like, this is.
No. I'm trying to think of any black athlete that takes the crap that Brock.
He's the last pick in the draft.
I know.
Now he's going to be the MVP.
I mean, this is like athlete being that kind of nice. It's not in the DNA. We're not wired that way. Can't do it.
I wouldn't say that, Ronbo.
I'm trying to think of one.
I just think it is.
That's us. I don't.
I'm not sure where you're taking that, Ronbo, but actually that was kind of like on my mind earlier tonight. Is maybe that's like some sort of like subliminal thing that's why Colin Cowherd said that about Purdy. It's almost not an attack at Purdy. It's almost like some sort of like deep-rooted racist thing about Jalen having to keep his hat forward more than you know what I mean. Maybe it's more about Hurts than it is about Purdy. You know what I mean? Like his view on Hurts. I don't know.
Hurts is cool too. Hey, you know what? Hurts.
I love Hurts, man. He's such a cool player.
I take it back. He's a black athlete that's a lot of calm and cool. You'll never hear Hurts give a hardcore tort back toward anybody's nasty comments, and he's getting them. He doesn't say anything. Never does. Yeah, so I withdraw my statement. Jalen Hurts is cool, calm, and always collected. You'll never see him getting up crazy. Doesn't do it.
I love Jalen Hurts. I really do. But I tell you, I just want to. At the end of the season, I want, like Richard Sherman said that year, I want y'all to keep that energy so we can make you look stupid later. I want that so bad. And a lot of them are already jumping off. Cowherd's already jumping off the stupid wagon. Now he's telling everybody the 49ers are the best team in football. He hasn't acknowledged Brock completely yet. But then you got your guy, Nick Wright. Nick Wright may have to leave the country if we go to the Super Bowl and win it. And if Brock gets the MVP, Brew and that other dude that work with him, they're going to run him right off that show. He will be just. So if I'm not mistaken, Nick is the person that said he'd quit his job.
Hey, he did make some kind of outlandish promise, didn't he? Oh, I got to look that up.
I know someone said they'd quit their job if Purdy wins the Super Bowl.
You're right. I don't think it was Nick. It was somebody, though. And it was.
I wish it was Orlovsky, damn it.
Wait. No. It was a few weeks ago. One of these guys did say that.
Yeah,
he worked
I think it was Nick Wright.
You know what? He worked for a low-level outlet, though. And he said, I'm going to go find
it. Wasn't that.
I got it on my IG account. I'm going to go find it. Because I put that out there that day that he said he would quit if Brock Purdy did so-and-so, so-and-so. And I think that was it.
Yeah.
I'll find it. I'll get it out. I'll let you know. I'm gonna look for it later. Yeah, you talking now? What are you gonna quit your job? Is that right? I thought you liked your job, huh? Yeah, we're not gonna forget what you promised.
That's where it's trending. We're not out of the woods yet, Rumbo, but that is where it's trending.
I know we're not out yet, but I can't wait. Casey,
And
good
you know
to
what I
talk to you.
think? You know what I think is likely? You know what I think is likely, Rumbo? Just real quick. Purdy, growing up a Dolphins fan and all this stuff, wearing 13, his first game is again, pulling up for Jimmy and versus the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the Niners and the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. And Purdy, beats the
Oh
Dolphins.
yeah, if Lamar Jackson can't play, if he's hurt like somebody originally early called in, they can handle the Dolphins. I don't know if anybody else in the AFC can handle the Dolphins because Patrick needs a wide receiver. And Travis is too busy to tay-tay. He's not focused. So you're probably right.
Yeah.
Listen, we got to go though, Casey.
Well, Rumbo, I'd like to give a special shout out tonight, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Well, the love of my life celebrated 6 months of sobriety yesterday.
All right.
And
Good for her.
yeah, so I just want to say shout out Courtney.
Courtney.
And she's really living a wonderful life and leading by example and all these things right now. Just so devoted to herself, and it's a beautiful thing, Rumbo.
That's
so
great, Case. That is so
Yeah.
good. All right. Good for you. Good thing's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Thanks, Ronbo. You have a
my best
blessed
to
night.
Courtney, too. All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Looking for you. All right. Night, Casey.
Right on, Rumbo.
That's sweet as can be. Hey, Bethel!
Hey, Rumbo.
Bethel, we're in here tonight to celebrate one of the better quarterbacks we've had, and we've had a lot. His name is Brock Purdy. A lot of disrespect.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
got a heart of gold. He doesn't deserve the crap he's getting. Bethel, you got Brock Purdy's at this level. If I had a chart up, and Lombardi pointed this out and put the numbers and graph up. You got Brock up here, and you got everybody else down here, starting with Patrick Mahomes and some of the other people around the league. If that's not what an MVP has to achieve in order to get that accolade, I don't know what is. So when people come in at him and say the things they do, it makes me angry. And unlike Brock Purdy, I don't feel like I necessarily need to be polite about it. But go ahead.
I got some little stats up for you.
All right.
Do you know that our ex DB coach, his quarterback has 23 touchdowns with 5 interceptions. Brock Purdy has 25 touchdowns with 6 interceptions. Just one more interception.
Boy, that's
phenomenal. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then one thing that I know the last time I could talk a lot about what was going on, but I heard somebody say last time that the Cowboys might lose. I'm all like, they can't lose. Because if they do lose for any reason,
5th seed.
yeah, they're dead. They'll be out of the 5th seed because, first of all, they're going to play Buffalo. Buffalo is playing for their lives for the playoffs. Then they have to play Miami. Miami right now is the number 1 seed. The number 1 seed. And they want to keep that number 1 seed. So they're going to want to be Dallas. And then they got the Lions that wants to keep that 3rd seed or the top seed.
Everybody has something at stake that they're playing on the schedule. Everybody except for the Dolphins.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So they better win this game or else it's going to go bad for them. Because they could get bumped down and some other team might take that number 5th seed.
You know what? From what you're just saying, I'm looking at the numbers here, Bethel, they could drop as low as 6.
Yes.
And if Dallas has to come to us, no, we get a bye week the first week if we stay in the right position. No, Dallas has the win first. A lot of people think the Eagles are going to lose one more game, regardless as to whether Dallas can do it or not this weekend. So, because Dallas, I don't depend on Dallas. In fact, I look for them to get their ass handed to them.
I don't either.
And you know what? Dallas will lose, from what you just said, potentially 3 more games.
Yeah. So, Dallas is not going to get that number 1 seed. And the only thing they could do is try to maybe win the division, if they can even win the division. So, because Eagles have an easier schedule than them. But, you never know. Like, who was it? Like the Steelers just found out they got their asses handed by the Patriots.
They thought
that
they
never scored nothing. Yeah.
I was watching that game until I came in because it was getting late. I said, you know what? Pittsburgh, Trubisky's out there looking strange.
Yeah.
The Steelers fans getting all pissed off. This is funny.
See, these are 2 teams that have a very good defense. But if they don't have a good quarterback, they're not going to do shit.
No offense.
Yeah, they don't got no quarterback. Because if you don't have a quarterback, look at Patriots barely won 3 quarterbacks, benching all these quarterbacks.
And Zappi looked like a Pro Bowler out there before I started watching that game.
Because if you see Steelers, the Patriots are the first time in I don't know how many years that they kept their opponent under 15 points and still lost. Just because they don't have a quarterback.
Wait. Did the Patriots lose that game?
No, they lost the other games. They won this one, but they lost the other ones that they kept the opponent under 15 points.
Yeah, well, Belichick's not getting fired.
Because
I would bet against that.
Yeah, and he got they gave up 6 points to the LA Chargers. It was 6-0.
Yeah,
it was just nothing but defense.
Last week, who shut him out last week?
The Chargers. They only
was that the Chargers? They got 0 points last week. Was that the Chargers?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
And the Chargers defense is not famous for that. So that's kind of
amazing.
They look more aggressive.
No, and then another funny part is that other people that were, remember when we tried to give praise to Jimmy for what he did for the team.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing that all these people are saying that, Jimmy led them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
When we're trying to, where was that before, a long time ago when we tried to do that? You're not praising Jimmy.
And why can't we praise Brock?
Yeah. And if anybody could run this offense, probably number 11 could throw passes to any quarterback. I love Trey, but he couldn't even do it either.
It's not easy.
So
people don't understand.
It's not easy. It's not.
Routes are tough, and Trey even admitted that's why he said he had a lot of problems hitting George Kittle, because you got to throw that ball into a spot. It's got to be timed. You got to understand how that receiver runs, his habits.
Yes.
You got to count. It's something you got to get used to. It's a sixth sense that a quarterback has to have.
Yes. And you have to have trust.
Yeah.
You have to have trust.
Buckets of it.
Yeah, because remember when Jimmy G. When he had when we
and he was doing that.
No, when we got
Emmanuel Sanders.
And he threw the ball when Emmanuel Sanders turned around and the ball was already there.
That's what you call,
because he had trust
and talent
in his wide receiver. Yeah,
and we got talent now and experience, and you got Brock knowing what he's doing.
Yeah,
that's a lethal combination. You're not gonna stop
it. Yes, it is.
Beth, we gotta go. Let me see you tomorrow, though.
All right.
Score. All right.
All right, Ronbo. See you tomorrow. Punch that like Devo. Punch the Eagles in the mouth. Let's go, Niners.
Went nuts on him.
Night, Bethel.
Yeah. All right. Good night, man.
Can you imagine Debo going into a restaurant, a Philly cheesesteak sandwich shop in Philly? Can you see the attendant? Ain't you Debo Samuel? Yeah, what about it? You got a lot of nerve walking in here. I can see it now. Ellis, get in here. Debo is not welcome anywhere in Philly. Maybe parts of New Jersey. Wait, where's that stadium? No, I'm thinking about the Giants and Jets. They play in New Jersey. Philly plays in Philly. People in New Jersey don't even like Philly. What am I talking about? Hey, Ellis.
Yo, Ronbo.
Hey, Ellis, come on in here, man. We're in there praising our quarterback, unlike a lot of people won't do. You know, putting him in that MVP conversation. Yeah, damn right we are. I ain't even scared. I might have been quiet early season. I'm ashamed of myself about that. But now I'll tell you right now. No, Brock Purdy does belong in that guy. Well, Ellis, what am I right on this? What are you thinking?
Yeah, man. I mean, the way that he's been playing, you look at the numbers, everything like that. I mean, to deny or refute what's going on and to say he's unworthy of being in the conversation is just
hating.
You know, it's hateration. It's nothing but hateration going on, and so I think he's more than deserving of being in the conversation, and I'm really happy for him because he deserves the attention that he's getting and the notoriety, even the hate. That means you're doing something. When you got the hate,
oh yeah,
if you don't got a little bit of hate, then you're not really doing nothing. So that's just a testament to what it is that he's showcasing this season. So really, really proud of his continuous, elevation and how he's accountable. He's very locked in, and it's a special. We got a special guy at quarterback.
Ellis, in fact, if we was all out together having a drink or something, how would you act around? I would be afraid to even say a bad word. You know what I'm saying? The dude seems so pure that it makes me laugh. Brock Purdy is what he looks like he is. Brock Purdy is about as wholesome and clean thinking, and he got a lot of religion in him, got love for everybody. People saying bad things about him, he ain't returning nothing. I'm this dude, man. And he just goes out there and plays a great game of football. I'm impressed.
Yeah, me too, man. Really, really just the fact that he's been able to he's finding all the different targets. We're not used to this. We're not seeing the ball spread around so much. And guys going through the progressions and just all of these things. And we've had these players, these things have been accessible, they've been there. But we just, hadn't had that, that player at the quarterback position that's, comfortable enough to, or willing, having a willingness to go through each progression. 1, 2, 3, 4, go back to 1 because 1, broke open because 2, 3, and or 4 was, he makes things happen, man. And, his ball placement. I mean, that pass that he threw to Christian McCaffrey up the left side. I was like, what the hell? I was like, wait a minute. I thought he overthrew him, and then it was like it had the perfect amount of air, and hit him in stride and everything. I mean, it's like it was just incredible, man.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
And he does that every game, at least 2 to 3 times. And people tell me, that's a dink and dunk quarterback. You're a dink and damn fool. What are you looking at? I say, what are you talking about? God.
Well, the haters they gotta talk. They gotta be who they are.
Haters gotta hate.
Yeah, they have to. They gotta have a position. Everybody has to have a position. You gotta. Which side are you? Yeah,
whether it's true or false, I know. It's nerve wracking. Best thing to do is stay away from them people. But I can't, on social media, I got to throw a little dig at them. And then if they respond, I don't say nothing. But I just got to get my shot in. Dude, hey,
for sure.
Today, the dude tells me, yeah, Trent Williams, because he was throwing one of the, last year when he threw one of the cornerbacks there in the dirt when he wouldn't stop fighting at the end of the game. Dude says, yeah, Trent Williams is a bad dude. Unless somebody his size, he'll run like hell. I said, you've got to be kidding me, a Philly fan. I said, man, do me this favor. Tell me when you saw Trent Williams running from somebody his size. I'll wait. My God, people just be making stuff up. Trent Williams doesn't run from anybody. What? Oh.
Yeah, man, it's absurd. It's absurd. And you see how many times we kept going to the left side. I mean, Trent Williams is, I mean, come on, man. And then with him and George Kittle on the same side, man, it's like it's a done deal. You know, you can at least count 3 defenders on the opposite side of the ball. You can pretty much cancel them out. And then all you need is maybe an extra, blocker, depending on if we're going out to the edge or whatever it is. And we're getting up the field.
You got that third guy.
Yeah, there you go. 8 to 10 or more yards a pop.
Trent next and George downfield. Oh yeah. Get out the way. Here he comes.
For sure, man. Really just impressed with the team. How we're turning it around. I know last year we went 12 game, win streak straight up until the NFCCG. So, that's definitely a goal that's attainable here, man. We can very much run the table and then, do the same thing all the way back to the championship game. And, this year we're going to, we're going to get that. And I think this will be one of the greatest seasons that we can, we'll have recorded in a very long time. If you look at the offensive stats between the individual players, Christian McCaffrey's doing, Debo, Ayuk, Brock Purdy, there's going to be a lot of records and special accolades achieved this year, man. So this is it, man.
Damn. I can't wait to listen to that. Especially hoisting that Lombardi. Fam, we go get some. Get back to the squad. Is he hanging out with the squad? Shout out to him.
They'll be in tomorrow.
All right.
I had a squad back for sure.
Tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow too. Looking for you.
Okay, fam. That's a bet. Right. Thank you for the platform as always.
Thank you for being
shout out to yes, sir, man. Thank you, man, and shout out production. Shout out Evan. Shout out Papa D. Shout out Frank. Shout out the Tonys, the Tony Tones, and shout out the chat, man. Shout out Chris Hansen and Harold, and all the people, all the good people, man, all the family, man. Don't know what it is.
Gene, do you know that's not true?
Let's get to it.
Okay. Well, all right, fam.
Yeah, I will D is for D is for douche. So we're not sure. that too. All right, fam. Yes, sir. No.
The Rams play Baltimore this weekend? Do they really? Let's bring it ahead of the Dragon Clan. Here is Papa Dragon. Pop.
Good day, mate.
He's going to be Tony. I made a mistake. It must be. Tony's hanging out over Bob's
Dude,
place.
I don't have enough charisma to be Tony. That is one well-seasoned Australian man. That's all I can say. He's got a lot of seasoning.
Italian, Australian.
He might be, but I'm just saying he's got a lot of seasoning.
Yeah, Tony's cool.
You ever talk to? That's what we say. We're down here in the South. Is that you ever see a white dude who's got that swagger? He's got some seasoning.
Yeah, Tony's all of that.
The chicken don't taste plain at his house.
Hey, you know what? That's so funny that you say that because I remember that as a kid. My Latino friends, the food was always plenty of spice. And my Italian friends,
Oh, yeah.
same thing. All that Italian food is like it's some of the greatest in the world. Black houses, you got to tell your mama. Now, that's enough peppers, mama. But white people they're very conservative toward their cooking. They don't try to burn anybody up. It's not overly spiced, and it's just wholesome. Not too much anything, including salt. Food, Now, by the way, if you're a white person, I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying generally speaking.
That's just. Hey, we just having fun here. We're not trying to hurt nobody.
Nah, right. Hey, but Pop, speaking of white people, one of my favorite white guys, Brock Purdy. I gotta tell you, I would defend Brock Purdy on a street, anywhere I'd fight. Brock, man, you stand back, let me handle this, man. Because that dude is so laid back and cool. He takes a lot of abuse.
You don't got to. You don't got to defend him.
He does.
His play does all his talking.
Don't it?
His play does all his talking. That's all it is, man. I mean, people like him don't come around very often. You know what I mean? Like, you could be the best in the world, but you can be humble. You can be humble. Look how humble Barry Sanders was.
I know, right?
And he was a bad man.
The abuse he took, and having to be poor guy was a Detroit Lion. Why would anybody that good end up in Detroit?
Listen.
Don Bird.
Hey, listen. I met Barry Sanders when they opened Ford Field, and I was in a suite right next to his suite.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, my nephew had played the national anthem on guitar.
Ooh,
so he asked to meet us. So he invited us over to his suite. And the first thing Barry Sanders said to me was, "Hello, my name is Barry."
To which you said, "I kind of knew that, but hi, man, what's up?"
No, I said no. I was like, "Hey, my name is X, Y, and Z." And we got along real good, man. Met his wife, exchanged addresses. She sent us a bunch of stuff. He was a really, really, really cool dude. But as I stated before, I don't believe that Brock Purdy's the MVP on his own team. And it has nothing to do with all the other crap that people are saying, like he's a dink and dunk quarterback.
Well, yeah, as far as
47% of the yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. 47% of the yards in NFL are yak yards. 47%. 46% of Purdy's yards are yak yards.
Mm.
So he's actually below the average. Okay.
Yeah.
For the NFL.
That's
but
exactly.
Let me argue my point, and I'm going to prove a couple of things here. Back in the day, there was a situation similar to ours, where actually the running back got the MVP, and his quarterback was the runner-up. And the running back only had 12 touchdowns, okay? But he had like 85, 95 receptions or something that year.
Yeah.
And he's the person I really want to compare McCaffrey to, and that was Thurman Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
So if you go fam, y'all go back and check out Thurman Thomas. Check out Thurman Thomas back in the day, and we're talking the Bills. And the Bills was the Buffalo Bills back in the 90s. They went to 4 straight Super Bowls. And they lost all of them, but they went to 4 straight.
They had to change their area.
They went to 4 straight.
0-4-4.
That'll never be replicated. That's a lot of winning, though, right?
I know.
Ronbo, we know you like to win. We know you like to win, Ronbo.
Absolutely.
Ronbo like to win.
Yeah.
Now, I don't care about MVP. I care about championships. I really do. I truly do believe that McCaffrey's having one of those kind of seasons. To me, that's the Super Bowl. But over the years, they've turned it into a quarterback award, which I think is crap. I think if your quarterback statistics are crazy and they're record-breaking or record-threatening, I think that's okay. Right, so when Mahomes had thrown for 50-some touchdowns, I'm okay there, right? Yeah, yeah. But we've seen people like Randy Moss get snubbed. We've seen people like Derek Thomas get snubbed for MVP, and recently we've seen snubs like Bosa, Debo. The year Debo had, that was a snub.
Yeah.
When he had that crazy year of 2,000 yards. Right now, this year, Tyreek Hill, you can make an argument for Tyreek Hill getting
he's going to get that 2,000 yards. Yeah.
Like,
whoa.
Right. So, to me, they have to stop turning this into a quarterback award and give it to who the best player is. For example, if Trent Williams who has not given up a sack since last year. You could qualify him as an MVP because we didn't win when he was out. You know what I mean? So it's like, ultimately, we are fortunate to have these kind of players on this team this year, right? But make no mistake about it, when McCaffrey didn't get the ball, those first 2 drives against the Eagles, those are all 3 and outs.
I know.
After that, he started getting the ball. He's one of the only players I've ever seen, if you watch the film, that will draw double and triple teams. You can make an argument that Kittle deserves MVP, and it may not be for all the receptions and all the touchdowns. But when you see these wrong touchdowns, go back and watch the film.
Oh, I know.
Go back and watch the film, and you'll see that there's Kittle running down the middle of all these bodies, making blocks. Same thing with IU. You know, same thing with number 15. This is a team you don't want to see because our skill position players like to block. They like to hit.
And they like to fake, and they love to do a lot of weird things. McCaffrey's out there pretending to catch the ball, knowing that he draws attention. There goes Debo. Zoom. Too late.
Like I know right now, Brock is playing at an elite level. He is. But you know what? He's not even through his first full season yet, right? Whereas you look at Hurts, and I think Hurts is what it is. Hurts is what his offense is, right? So, but you can't take away the fact that he's got 10 rushing touchdowns. So I think 10 or 11 rushing touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
By the time this is all over, he'll have probably 15 rushing touchdowns.
Well, he's going to get that this week.
On top of probably about 2 to... So, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, he's already been snubbed, but you can't argue that. No, but until Purdy gets to that point where it's like when he steps on the field, and you're down in the fourth quarter, and you just know the 49ers are going to drive and win every single time. That feeling you had with Tom Brady. Until he gets to that point, I don't think that's when the recognition won't come. And it's not his fault.
I tell you what,
he hasn't played that long.
I tell you what, I see that one more time.
He hasn't played that long.
I saw that this past Sunday. If I see that one more time, I'm going to say, you know what? 4 touchdowns in a row, no field goals, nothing but straight into the end zone. It's time to give this dude credit. If for nothing else, if they're going to give it's a quarterback-driven award. You got to give it to him for that. And Pop, we're going to run out of time, though, as we always do.
Go back and look at that Eagles game again, and you will see that Purdy got a lot of respect in that game. They were trying to change defenses.
I know.
And they were trying everything with the kitchen sink, and they could not stop Purdy. They could not stop him. He had an answer for everything. Every time you change the answer, Purdy changes the question.
He's a student
Purdy
of the game, fam. The boy is brilliant. Pop, we really got to go. Pop, we're going to get thrown off. I'm going to see you tomorrow, Pop. That's a good thing. I ain't going to wait 2 days. I've been looking for you tomorrow.
All right, man. Give my shout-outs out there real quick. My boy Jalen, Tony got under. Phil, Big Show.
Yeah.
Mr. Ellis, Sharon Sarah's mom. Evan, Frank, Delio, Big Sandwich, Frank, and of course, production. Please like and subscribe, Ronbo Sports, the best call-in show on YouTube.
Thanks, fam. Appreciate it. Give my best to Bam and Bo and Mrs. Dragon. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And we move quickly to Jalen. What, GD? Don't let GD leave. Hold him. Jalen.
Cliff got the boot. Pete still chewing on that goop. And Sean McVay play call like poop. It stinks, Rombo.
It's terrible.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, the bird plucking season will be over soon. Rombo, what's the name of that old school game with the gun and the rifle and you shot the ducks? What's it called? Hit the little orange gun.
Yeah, no, chat.
That's what we've been playing for the last couple of weeks, and what we've been just killing birds.
Just shooting birds, right? Yeah.
Ravens, Eagles, Hawks, Cardinals.
What is that?
Man, to finish it off, it would have been real great to have the Falcons. Well, we didn't get the Falcons. But we just been birds after birds after birds. Plucking feathers.
You know, there's only going to be one in there that's worth a damn. Hey, did the Ravens play the Rams? Duck Hunt? It's called Duck Hunt.
Yeah, Duck Hunt.
Do the Ravens play the Rams this weekend? That's going to be hilarious.
I think they are. They are the Ravens playing. Oh,
you know,
I don't know. I know they play them though.
And Rudy raced in last week after we got through beating the the guy's out in
Rudy.
Rudy. He runs in over to
What's their
Twitter.
record?
Says it's 5-6.
What
Yeah,
are they?
not-
What are they? What are,
they're not
what are they
500 yet.
competing for?
To be not embarrassed. It's like I tell you the season, they got to fight with the Cardinals to stay out of the basement. But brothers, what do you say? Well, we just, the Rams just won. That just prevented the 49ers from clinching today. Oh, that's really funny, Rudy. Well, hold on, see if you can hold on another week.
Ronbo, they're not beating the Vikings. I can tell you that right now. They ain't beating the Vikings or the Falcons.
I wonder if they play the Vikings.
They wouldn't beat the Bucks either. No, I'm just saying in the head-to-head, Ronbo. They're not they're not.
In the wild card?
They're not better teams. Yeah, they're not better teams than those teams. They're not better than the Saints. The Rams, they ain't better than the Saints.
They're just providing for.
Hell, I don't think they'd be able to beat the Bucks.
Yeah, are the Bucks in the running for a playoff spot too?
Yes, Ronbo, their division is a cake show. You got the Bucks, Panthers, the damn Falcons, and the Saints. That division is garbage.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only division in the league we can say whoever wins that we know they ain't winning the Super Bowl. Like they definitively do not have a Super Bowl contender in their division.
Anytime you win a division, I ain't got nothing to say on that. But you know what? What I do enjoy is seeing the Rams or somebody like the Cowboys having to be on the road the whole time. To know what we went through that year, we lost to Rudy's stupid team after we left Green Bay and went through all we went through, and they squeaked out a win. And they've been pounding the chest ever since, saying things like, "When's the last time you guys been 30 years since y'all won a Super Bowl?" Punk ass, boy, you're lucky. You got lucky, and now you're talking trash.
Man, Ronbo, a broke clock is right twice a day. Congratulations, Ronbo. I mean, Ronbo, they had Ronbo, do you not remember what they did that season? You trade for Matt Stafford. Ronbo, as of right now, as long as Jared Goff is still playing for the Lions, the Rams are still paying him.
What?
So Ronbo, now when they re-sign him, it's different. But as long as Jared Goff is still on the Lions and he doesn't get extended, he's still being paid by the Rams. This is still the Rams contract that he's still on. So they're still paying two quarterbacks. You go out and you get another quarterback. You sign Odell. You trade for Von Miller. You do all of these things just to get one ring. And now look at you. I mean, what are they?
I didn't know they were still helping to pay Stafford's salary.
Yes, Ronbo. Yes, they are still paying Jared Goff because he's
still on the same
The Rams are a joke. Yes, the Rams are a joke, Ronbo.
God, that's hilarious. Well,
Rams
for me.
And I hope we play our starters that last week. I don't want to hear a word. Man, hell no, Roman. We got to play our starters. You know I don't want to hear nothing about them.
You don't worry about Kyle. He'll do it too. Because chances are it's going to go down to the last game.
Yeah, we have to. Because I feel like Philly could mess around and win out. Yeah.
we have to wait for the Cowboys. And Jay,
I don't know if they're going to do it.
Yeah, I know. Do you have any faith in them this weekend?
No.
Yeah, neither do I.
Well, hold on. Wait. Hold on now, damn it. Wait. Rombo. I
want to. I really wish they would.
Hold on now, Rombo. Hear me out, OG. If history tends to repeat itself like it always do, the NFC East does never have the repeating champion. It's been a while. Since 2011, they've never had a repeating champion.
A couple of years.
They didn't. They haven't. It's been a while, Rombo. It's been since like 2011.
Oh,
but it's been a while since they've had a repeating
I
champion.
remember that.
They've been a while since they had a repeating champion. So I don't know. The Cowboys, they might get it. They might. Because, I mean, damn, history repeats itself when we play the Rams. History repeats itself when the Packers play the Bears. Yeah. So, I mean, history repeats itself when Matt Ryan gets a 28-point lead. So, you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, if the Cowboys win that game, I might be
they
nice
will.
to the Cowboys for the rest of the day.
I really think they will, Rombo. The NFC East, they never have a repeating champion. They always somebody. I mean, Washington has gotten it a couple times the last few years, Rombo. Even the Giants. I mean,
I remember Washington won with a sorry record, below 500. You know what, though?
Yeah.
That's fine. Because what happens, because Jalen and company is hurt. When they're playing, I know Swift is still hurting. So, they might be not in good shape to play this game against the Cowboys.
I'm looking forward to that Ravens game, Ronbo. I'm still mad about. Ronbo. That was a hold on Crabtree. I ain't got over that Super Bowl, Ronbo. I was a kid. I was just a child, Ronbo. I didn't deserve to see that.
No.
The 49ers team I heard of was 5-0 in the Super Bowl. To see a loss, I thought we were going to tie with the Steelers.
And
I was shocked, Ronbo. It was worse than when the Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar. I was shocked, Ronbo.
That was so
I was
that made
shocked
everybody
when we lost to
mad.
the Ravens. I said, "What the hell?" Yeah, Ronbo, we got to beat the Ravens. It's been a while since we've beaten them. I can't remember the last time we beat the Ravens. Because I'm pretty sure they beat us in 2019. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
I don't know how we did it, but we ran the clock. Jalen, but I'm going to be looking for you tomorrow.
Man, Ronbo, we still the kings of the West.
Yeah.
Kyler running around so he don't need no rest.
Yeah.
And G and D and Rudy, y'all can stay away because the 49ers going to be the best.
Damn right.
Man, Ronbo, let me get a Niners shout out.
Niners! Jalen. There he goes. Shabazz. Give me the great Barzini. Baz.
Ronbo, talk to me, baby.
Baz in here having a good time and sort of gotten a little tired of everybody talking about who's front runner. When I heard Dak's name, well, Dak Prescott is now pretty much in the conversation for the MVP for. Wait. Time out, y'all. Time out. Because something's got to be wrong. Let me see if I can adjust my monitor or something here. What the hell are you talking about? See, they don't want to talk about Brock being in the MVP conversation, but we can talk about Dak, who ain't played against nobody but the Giants.
We know Brock is in the conversation, but Ronbo, that's of the least importance to us. Brock is a second-year quarterback.
I need to win the
Okay, that's faithful. We got to remember the focus. We got to remember this game that they got, that they put in prime time, this Eagle Cowboy game, who I'm not so sure we can rely on.
I know for sure we can't.
Okay, he might poop the bed and let Jalen beat him. So whoever wins this game, they're going to get an MVP, and I prefer that. Because whoever wins this game, that's who they're going to put on the cover of Madden.
I know, right?
The MVP that we want, the MVP that we want Brock to get this year is the same one Steve and Joe got, the Super Bowl MVP.
Super Bowl.
We don't give a hoot about no MVP, and I ain't been able to call in because I knew the excitement of the last couple shows when we smashed the Eagles and everybody was so happy. That's fine, okay? I'm always going to be here to put us back on schedule. We got a rival game this week, just like how the Steelers lost to New England. This game is not to be taken lightly, okay? Our focus should be the Seahawks, okay? I don't even have no score prediction for neither game because I'm scared, nervous because of Sneaky D, and I don't like DK Metcalf trying to lure our corners to sleep with praise. They're the enemy. They have always been the enemy, and we got to treat them like the enemy. We got to absolutely annihilate these sea chickens. I don't trust them. I hate them with a passion. Yes.
No.
So, when somebody giving you praises, they trying to lure you to sleep, man.
Yeah,
Ronbo. So, I can't even focus. I don't give a good God bleep about nobody else in this National Football League right now except our 49ers. And these sea chickens that's on a 3-game losing streak, so they very dangerous, Ronbo. They very dangerous.
No, I know. And maybe Geno can't play now. Now, I don't know about Drew Lock, but the bad thing is we don't know anything about him either. The team doesn't know anything about him, so I don't know what to expect there.
And then, Vegas is always on their little sneaky jump.
12
making
points.
us 10.5.
Was it down to 10.5?
Right. And as 49 fans, we always want a 50-point blowout. I want to win. And I want to win, and most importantly, I want everybody to get out this one healthy. That's it.
Yes, I want fourth quarter second stringers in there, yes.
Right. The most important thing that we have to remember as faithful is our health is our wealth. Our health is our wealth. We got to call all our good mojo with all our different beliefs as the faithful and keep us healthy because our goal is that Lombardi. We don't play this for wins. Rumbo, you and I have talked about this for years. I don't give a dog about what that record is at the end of the season, regular season. I want that record in the postseason to be 3-0. Period. Or 4-0, but possibly 3-0. So we can't get hooked up on what that gonna do and get hooked up on the media. I want Brock to stay performing, and I want him to stay focused. And if they don't give him the MVP, oh well. Magic Johnson rookie year, he didn't get rookie of the year. Larry Bird got it, but he won the trophy. Our goal is the trophy. Now, if he wins Super Bowl MVP, then we can have a league MVP next year and go back to back.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
They'll aspire. Like
we got a lot of fish to fry. Yeah, we got a lot of fish to fry too, Ronbo. You know, we got Yuke's contract. We got Hufanga, who we'll get on discount. And if we win the Super Bowl, we got Chase Young. And my thing is, if we win the Super Bowl, if Chase Young don't sign, I'll tag his butt. You ain't going nowhere, Joker.
You know what, though? If Chase decides to leave, some other premier person off the edge will be dying to join the 49ers just to play on the opposite side of Nick. I want Chase, though, just because sentimental value.
Yeah, they would. Just for sentimental value and just because he's still young and just because him and Nick push each other. So they already got a brotherhood and a bond.
That's Nick's Jr. I mean, he traded him back in Ohio, so yeah.
Right. So you know, hey, look, if we can work our magic, we can work our magic. But, hey, shout out to you. Shout out to production. Shout out my boy Southern Cali. Shout out to the Memphis 9, Empire, and Forever. It's bang, bang. 9 a game, Ronbo. I will bring my butt in here tomorrow and sleep on the score.
And break it down.
Yes, sir.
You do that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, fam. Good night.
Good night, Boz. There goes a great Boz Zaley. If you're a betting person tomorrow night, Boz will come in and run it down. Diamond Dog Sports. Brock Purdy for MVP. No fear forever. Faithful. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Yeah. 49 Brian, what's up, fam? Hey, for the love of God, can we please bar those ugly green sea trash uniforms from them sea trash this weekend? Isn't that terrible? I've always said, why would you mix purple and green together? That is just, one of them looks like puke. Locked him up. Thanks, fam. We got this same old sorry-ass Rams, and Cheaty Pete knows it. Hurts is cooked like all the run-first quarterbacks end up. See, that's exactly right. Us old guys will finally pass the torch to the youngins. Finally feels good, baby. Niner! You know what? There is. You know what? When's the last time a running quarterback survived? It is getting crazy how they drop like flies before 17 weeks is over. Hurts was running around there hurt. Remember his knee. I don't know how serious it is, but he was reluctant to run this past weekend. Hey, Rousseau!
What's up, Ronbo?
Rousseau, man, we're just sitting back and laying lavish praises on a quarterback that doesn't seem to get a lot of respect, no matter what kind of numbers he puts up. And that's fine, but I just don't like it. But, Rousseau, what is your feeling on this matter?
I'm honestly good with it because I feel like if everybody starts just praising him and handing him the just, you know what I mean? I want could you imagine this is I was having talks with some of my buddies the other day. Could you imagine everyone agrees that the 49ers are just the best team in the league. They're this team is so good. It's we were just favored at Philly and we just beat the crap out of them. Everybody will sit there and be this is the best team in football, but nobody expects us to win at all, right? They're just waiting. They're just waiting for us to Brock Purdy to mess up. They're just waiting for him to mess up. And they're oh, they lost 3 games in a row. He didn't have Trent Williams. He didn't have Debo. And look, they lost those games. He needs all this talent. Well, did you actually watch the games? Because I remember losing to the Browns on the road and Brock Purdy putting us into field goal range and our kicker missed a 40-yard field goal. That's what I remember. And then the Vikings game, I remember Christian McCaffrey fumbling and the defense playing like crap, and then Purdy having a concussion, and then he kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
And then, the Bengals game, I remember watching a defense I've never even seen before.
I know, right?
Who?
That's not the Niners.
But yet Brock Purdy. But yet Brock Purdy he's all this talent. You make all these excuses. Well, didn't Patrick Mahomes come into the league and he had Tyreek Hill, and he had Travis Kelce? What has Patrick Mahomes done this year? He looks pretty average to me, if you ask me.
Pedestrian.
So I mean, yeah, does it help if you have Pro Bowlers all around you and it makes you better? Absolutely it does. But guess what? Why are we comparing first-round picks to the last pick in the draft that nobody even wanted, and we're trying to really compare them? Like, oh, but he can't do this, and he does this, and he can't do that. It's like, dude, you're comparing an apple to an orange, and you're telling me why my orange isn't an apple. Well, guess what?
Preach.
It's a fucking apple, because this dude's pretty fucking good. Excuse my language.
Oh.
And you know what? We're 14 games in the year, 15 games, 15 weeks in the year, and the dude's 14. Tied. And look at his numbers. He leads the league in like 9 categories. He's tied for the favorite to win the MVP. Cool. I don't even want him to win the MVP. You know what MVP trophy I want him to win?
Which one?
I want him to win the Super Bowl MVP.
Yes!
That's the trophy I want. So, I mean, it's like, come on. So you're trying to nitpick. You're trying to, like, you build this perfect machine, right?
You say
you build this perfect machine. Nitpick. You're trying to nitpick it. Yeah, nitpick. There you go. Yeah, you're trying to nitpick it. It's like you have this perfectly well-oiled machine, and you're like, oh, yeah, but it only gets, 18 miles to the gallon. It's like, well, dude, like, I mean, what do you want from the kid?
Engine. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, come on. So, you know what I really want? I don't want, like, do I want Peyton Manning? Yeah, I want Peyton Manning. I want Patrick Mahomes. To me is Peyton Manning. He's Aaron Rodgers. That's what Patrick Mahomes is. Do you want Peyton Manning? Do you want Aaron Rodgers, or do you want Tom Brady or Joe Montana? I want Tom Brady or Joe Montana. That's who I want, because Tom Brady won 3 Super Bowls, and then he was still considered a game manager until he made it to that 4th Super Bowl. Then when people were like, you know what, this guy's actually pretty good. Holy crap! So, Jersey Joe, get your horn out of here.
I mean, these are all things. These are all things that everybody's fully aware of. Even the infamous Nick Wright knows damn well that he's talking out of his ass. He does that just to get a rise. And you know what? It's all bull. Because the fact of the matter is the numbers you just ran down are facts. There's no lies there.
Absolutely.
Oh.
They're just talking. And I know it's a different sport, but I don't know who in the chat on, who's watching or listening, who pays attention to baseball. But do you know who Chris Russo is? He's a big time baseball analyst. He said, if the Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Phillies in Game 6 and Game 7 in Philly, I'll quit my job. Guess what? They did it, and he's still working. So these guys are just
liars.
Talking.
Yeah. And there's another guy that said the same thing about Brock Purdy, too. I got to go find that guy. He doesn't play for a real high-profile organization, but he's out there, and he made that a big deal to the point that he did draw attention. I said, okay, Brock Purdy is on his way to the Super Bowl, and I believe you either said Super Bowl or MVP, one or the other, but you said one of the things.
Super Bowl.
If he reaches whatever level it is, you're out of here. Okay.
No, he said the 49ers cannot win the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy. If they win the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy, I will stop covering football. That's what he said.
Yeah.
I know who it is, but I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when people make those kind of statements. You put your dumb ass out there, okay. You got to stand behind it, or it's your manhood comes into question. Your man of your word, then do what you said. Oh, God, I love those moments. God. Making statements
This was
like
the
that.
dude that I wanted. Brock, I don't know if you remember. I would have to go through all your old videos and dig it out if I really wanted to. But about 3 years ago, I called into you and I said, I was a year early, so he ended up going back for his senior year at Iowa State. But it was coming out of his junior year. Oh yeah. It was coming out in his junior year, and he was projected, to come out and go into the draft. And I called in. I was like, "This is when the Jimmy G thing was happening. This is before Trey Lance. This was the year before Trey Lance." Yeah. And I called into you, and I was like, "Dude, there's this kid Brock Purdy from Iowa State. Like, I really want us to draft this kid. To me, he reminds me of Russell Wilson. Like, I just like the way he plays. I feel like this is someone that can contribute to us." And then he ended up going back for his senior. He went back for his senior year, and I kind of forgot about it. And then the next year we got Trey Lance. And, I had some hype on Trey Lance. I thought he could be good. All that, that didn't work out. But the next year we got Brock Purdy, and I was like, holy cat, we actually got this dude. And like, I just wanted him to have a chance. And I'm so thankful that he came to our team because I just, to me, he is everything that you want from a quarterback. Is he
he's
going to
proven
be?
it too. Some of those
Yeah,
throws
like that's what a quarterback is.
Real. My God, he's good. And so, that's fine. We're going to get somewhere with him. And we got the right weapons around him. It's perfect. Because you see, if you're that good and you're like, Patrick Mahomes is great, but he has no weapons. He's got a couple of guys that have the worst hands in the NFL. What's his name? Valdez Scantling? I didn't know he was that bad. My God, he's awful.
Oh, my God. He made such a nice throw on that play.
God. And they should have
He
won
made the
that game.
perfect throw. Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
We got to go, fam. Hey, I'll be back tomorrow looking for you. If you got time, Russo. Russo's dropping in more and more these days. All right. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stop by. I appreciate you, brother. Have a good night, all right?
All right, Russo. You too. Thanks, fam. Yeah. And humble base Debo on Brock Purdy. I know, Debo made a statement too. It's pretty funny. And also, Nick can't stand it. Debo went and said, if Brock would have been there, there's no doubt in my mind that would have been a different game. I said, that's damn right. We just did that. All right. Okay, a humble beast. Debo, you right back. Let's say, humble beast Debo on Brock Purdy. I thought we just did that. Okay, Diamond Dog Sports. I thought the first thing I said was Diamond Dog Sports. Thanks, fam. Tony!
Ronbo.
Tony, we're just in here tonight giving praise to a person that deserves it. The media has done everything they can, although some of them are coming around, but they're still saying things like, I could go out there and quarterback that team. He's got the best play caller in the game. He's surrounded by the friggin' Avengers, for God's sakes, and they're going on and on, giving him no praise whatsoever. So I said, you know what? Tonight I think let's get together and let's just sing praises about Brock Purdy, like he's Robin Hood and his merry men. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Robin Hood. Change the word. Brock Purdy. Donnie, jump in here.
Man. Ronbo, a 12-year-old kid could shut those people down.
Oh, easily.
You know what I mean? Okay, well, where do you start? I could talk about this for hours. Okay, it's Shanahan's system, right?
Mm.
It's Shanahan's system. Let's change the word system to each coach making a plan for the next game every week against the opponent. What? No one makes plans. People, just
puts it on his ass. It's not a system.
Yeah. I'm just going to call it on the day, bro. Whatever happens, happen to you. You know what I mean? Are you serious? Okay, if it's Shanahan's system and it's not Brock Purdy, then why have we got Brock Purdy? Why haven't we got C.J. Beathard and Nick Mullins?
And we don't need Shanahan. We're paying him too much money. Get rid of him and just let him come out there and play backyard football.
No, but I'm saying if it's Shanahan's system, you can throw in any quarterback into this system the way they claim.
Yeah.
Well, why haven't we still got C.J. Beathard and Nick Mullins?
Amen.
Why? I mean, are these people retarded or what?
They really are.
Like who was Joe Montana surrounded by a bunch of junkies?
I don't think so. Jerry Rice is pretty famous.
Let's go a bit further. Dak Prescott's going to be the MVP, or Jalen Hurts is this kid beat Tom Brady. Then he dropped 42 on Dak and another 42 on Jalen. And you're still talking shit.
What does he have to do? Oh, they give the defense all the love for that. Do it anybody.
They look like idiots. They look like idiots. He has to come from behind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that. That's my favorite.
The only time the bloke has to come from behind is on his bloody honeymoon, on his wedding night.
Well, there you go.
But gee Christ,
I love the analogy. Tony, how many quarterbacks have you seen this year that came from these big, huge deficits in the third or fourth quarter, whatever, and won the game? You could count on one hand how many times that's happened. So why does Brock Purdy have to answer to that damn thing and nobody else does?
I said it before we played the Eagles, Ron. If you have to come from behind week in, week out, you've got a problem.
Oh, yeah, and you're absolutely right.
Good teams don't need to come from behind. They just come out on the field and trash you.
And granted, Jalen Hurts
That's
is the only
what good
person who's done that.
teams do.
But like you're saying, they dug that hole themselves, and fortunately for them, they got out of it. Well, they dug that hole this week, and they weren't able to get out of it because they played a legitimate competition. They've gotten away with it, like the Cowboys. The Cowboys never play from behind anymore, but they never. Well, you know what? The Cowboys haven't had to do that either. When's the last time Dak engineered a comeback? See, I really. Ooh, I hate the double standard.
What's with the? Yeah, well, I mean, good teams don't need to do that. They just come up and stomp on your head.
And that's what you're
and
supposed
it's
to
game
do.
over before you could. That's what you're supposed to do. Before you can blink, first and second quarter's gone, and there's no coming back in the third and fourth. See you later. Bye-bye. You weren't worthy to play against us. These are a pack of bloody... I mean, these commentators have got the IQ of a goat. Mate.
Oh, and they get paid. That's what pisses me off. I said, you guys come up there running all that drivel on gullible, stupid minds, and for those of us who know better, shut the hell up. And you could be proven wrong on any number of avenues that you're taking right now, and somebody ought to do it. A lot of them do. Those shows where they have 2 and 3 hosts, they beat each other up. I do appreciate that.
Okay.
Shout out to Acho. Emmanuel Acho. God,
yeah, Archer's good. And Stephen A. Smith, he said that last year's thing was nullified. And
illegitimate.
So,
hey, oh, right.
Patrick,
I love that one.
Yeah, so Patrick Mahomes, because he's
last
got...
year's NFCCG.
Yeah.
I love it.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the truth. Right? You can't play without a quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you need someone to distribute the ball. All right, if it's that easy, we'll just call a bloody high school kid and he can do it.
Somebody's got to run the offense. You can't do it without that.
I mean, you look at Patrick. No one's saying that he's a shit quarterback.
No, I blame his receivers.
But it's a known fact that if you're not surrounded with people that can catch the ball and play the game the way the game is supposed to be played properly, you're not going the distance.
I don't care who you are. You're the best quarterback in the world.
Doesn't matter who you are.
You got no tools, you're not going to build anything. So what is with this?
That's exactly right.
Oh, my God. It's unreasonable.
And they just look, I don't know how these people get paid. I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, what's going on in America? What are they putting in the water?
They're good at stirring the pot, and that's what they do. There's some guys out there, they're the most famous guys in American sports, as far as journalists go. They love to stir the pot. They get the most attention for being assholes. It's amazing how that works.
They're not stirring the pot. They're making themselves look smaller, younger, dumber than 12-year-old kids.
We know that. A lot of people do. Some people they eat that trash. Let me look for you tomorrow. We're going to get the scores and everything and continue this good time right under Hawksville. Oh, no, they got to come to us this week.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to come to us, but I'm still scared for that game, Ronbo. It's got a trap game written all over it.
I never feel good about the Hawks. But anyway.
It's one of the most, it's more important than the Eagles game, I'm telling you now.
Yeah, that's because you don't trust the Cowboys. You're right. All right, fam. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, Tony.
All right, brother. Shout out to Evan Ellis, Papa D, the rest of the mob, and catch you in the next one. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Night, Tony.
All right, brother. Cheers.
Hey, Steven.
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
Steven, this is the night we're calling out the media about picking on a quarterback. Brock is such a nice guy. Brock's the kind of guy that sit there and bunch of analysts come over and bull him. Brock Purdy, huh? You know what? You're the most over quarterback I've ever seen in my life. You know what you do, I could do. My kid could. He's 12 years old. He could do what you do. You go out there and you play with a bunch of guys that are just fantastic. You got one of the most brilliant minds in football. So who the hell do you think you are? I'm just sitting here trying to have dinner, man.
Oh, that's when you get up and you don't say a word. You hit him right between the eyes. Some of these guys need their ass kicked. I'm not a violent guy by nature.
You know what?
But you know what? I really get
What's
sick of these guys taking shots at Brock. Man.
who? Colin Cowherd, and then who? What's that other guy? His name is Nick something.
Right. I always think of a person that's
Nick
wrong,
Wright,
and
yeah.
his name is Nick Wright. I don't know how he got that name.
It's crazy. I mean, I don't really care too much because I'm like, Brock doesn't feed into it, or if he does, he
No, he
has like a
doesn't.
really positive way of going about it. I mean, the man,
He tunes it out, and it gives him
every time
energy.
people
I
doubt
think.
him, he does better.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna feed into that either. I'm like, you know what? Let them talk about Brock Purdy and watch him ball out. Let the fame not get, don't give him the fame he deserves because he seems to be trying to prove a point that he is as good as everyone thinks he is.
And he focuses
So,
all his
I
energy
mean-
on that. You're damn right. You're right.
I say, doubt him until his season ends with the 49ers. Doubt him. Be that that chink in his armor that'll drive him to be better. Because I guarantee you, the moment people start saying he's the best, and Nick Wright finally shuts up and starts, jumping on the hype train,
You're right. Shout out to Nick.
is when everything will fall
Thanks, Nick.
apart.
Keep that fuel coming.
But you know what, Ronbo? And you know what? I really hope the Cowboys beat the Eagles.
Oh, I wish.
I really hope.
I have no.
I mean, obviously, we're going to kick. You heard Gino might not play?
Yeah, he's got something going on with his groin.
Yep. And then, what was it? I don't know if you're on Instagram very frequently, but I seen a post about the Eagles and how we walked in, stole their lunch money, took their lunch, and
Yeah. Hey, did you see that video with the guy doing the three different people? He was
Yeah.
a 49er.
Eagles, Cowboys, Niners.
God, I marked on that post. Award winning. This is hilarious. The dude did a great job on that.
Because it's hilarious, Ronald, because the Eagles fan turns around and is like, I'm gonna beat your ass next. And he's like, bro, I didn't even. Yeah.
That's the best.
And the funny part is that that's exactly how they are. That's exactly how the Eagles are. They look at the Cowboys and they're like, we're gonna beat your ass. And Cowboys are like, bro, we didn't do shit.
I know, and we're in the cowboy mode. Well, I didn't even say anything, man. We didn't even play. Eagles fans are all pissed off. They got to take out the anger somewhere. Have you got any brothers and sisters?
Oh, I got 2 brothers and a sister.
Okay,
But the
how
sister
many
kind of acts like a brother, so.
How many times you get caught in that crossfire? Because I'd be getting in trouble. My mom's working me, my dad's giving me grief, and my brother's sitting over there laughing. I'm just listening. I'm not even listening to them anymore. I'm just looking at him laughing. I want to grab his ass so bad. That was what that dude was doing. He reminded me of when I was a kid. Oh,
I hated that. Because I was always getting in trouble. I was always getting in some shit. And my older brother and my little brother would be laughing in the background. And I told him, I was like, I'm going to beat your ass next. Like, you're next. Like, this shit, coming for you.
That video's epic.
And, yeah, that video got me going. I was at work when I saw it. I started dying. But
well done.
This game, like I said, Ronbo, the only thing I'm worried about is that they let, the hype of them kicking the shit out of the Eagles, the number 1 seed, the best NFL team in the NFL, get to their head. Because they said the same thing about the Cowboys. We walked in, socked them straight in the mouth, and left. And we ended up dropping 3 games.
I know, but hey, you know what? That is a concern to every 49er fan. We got to that plateau, and that's what everybody was working toward. Mentally, that's where you were. You had it all. You can't come into this game with anything weak, But I don't see. You know what? The defense has grown up since then, partially due to the fact that we're not playing that same kind of defense anymore. Even if the offense is lagging, the defense will carry it as long as it takes for the 49ers, for the offense to wake up, which won't take long. That offense will never sleep for 4 quarters, Stephen. Not this year.
Well, let me tell you this, Ronbo. Did you notice during the Eagles game, Wilkes was playing predominantly man coverage?
Yes. Kyle had a talk.
I did, and I was like, ooh, I like this. And then he made probably a small handful of zone plays, and those worked too. Him pairing him up against, Hollywood Brown, and then pairing up Diamador Lenore to Devonta Smith in man coverage, or Ambry Thomas in man coverage.
Shut him down. Ooh.
I mean,
That's not happened all year.
God damn, Ronbo. That was something. That was something I never thought I'd ever see. Because I already knew Travarius Ward was a good corner, but he made that man look like a Pro Bowl. Like he made him look like how he was with the Chiefs.
Ain't that the truth? You know
Shut
what
down Mooney Ward.
And you know what Travarius said? Travarius said, I got to get on the jugs machine. And Travarius is right. Travarius has had some opportunity for some picks. He's got a lot of PBUs, but he hadn't got any picks, and he should have had a couple.
Ronbo, there was a ton of times during that Eagles game he could have had a couple of picks. But you know what? I mean, I think what happens is I think they got on him because in the beginning of the season he was trying too hard to get picks and he was blowing coverage every time.
Yeah.
You know, he started kind of getting greedy.
Now get the job done.
Let him get those PUs.
I got no problem.
You know, let him get those disruptions because it's let him get those because it makes him look better. You know, let him build off of that because he seems like the type to, if he gets one, he's going to want another and another and another, and then it's just going to get messy from there.
Well, he gets off for stopping premier wide receivers. Metcalf 2 weeks in a row, if he can. 2 out of 3 weeks. He's got those same guys from the same campus. Metcalf, Brown. Can you imagine those dudes in college? I didn't even realize they were as good as they are. I wanted both in the draft that year.
Metcalf is a monster.
Is.
You know, I'll give credit where it's due. Metcalf is a
big
monster.
Oof.
But the thing is that he just has a really shitty team to play with. If he was on any Ronbo, I guarantee you, if he was with, he would do great. If he was on Miami, he would do great. If he was with the Ravens or, you know, the Chiefs or the Eagles, I guarantee you, Ronbo, if the Eagles picked up DK Metcalf, we'd probably be like, fuck. It was a lot closer than we thought.
Metcalf is a go route guy. I mean, but he's not gonna do a lot of route running for you. He's not gonna do a lot of timing routes across the middle of the field. But if he goes out in a straight line, look out. Steven, oh man. Steven, we gotta come back. I'll see you tomorrow. Bring your score. Yeah, I don't hear that little voice. Where's that little guy? Where's Rome?
He's knocked out, Ronbo. We put him to sleep at around like 8 o'clock. We couldn't have him up too late anymore. We gotta get him on a sleep schedule.
You really do. Or else he'll be up all night. Energy like that doesn't end. All right, Steven.
No, it doesn't.
Give my best to Mr. Steven. I'll see you tomorrow.
Will do. See you tomorrow.
All right, fam. And Mr. Block Eye says, by the way, don't get mad our front office built a squad. You know, this is the thing, you know. I love especially I like to throw that up in the Rams' face all the time. You know, you build a team. If you build it, it'll have more sustainability. And that way you don't have these kind of seasons. And Stafford's probably got one more year max. Now what are you going to do? Already, what's his name? This poor guy's breaking down. But they got I give him Puka. But the other guys, Gold Cup is finished. Hey, JJ. JJ. JJ, we've been hearing you all evening. You got to be here somewhere. Get in here. JJ might be in his truck loading up. JJ, we'll come back to you. All right. Tony, that Atlanta Falcon, Tony. Oh, Tony.
Ronbo.
Tony. Come on in, T.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing, Ronbo? You know, I've got anxiety because I have to depend on the Cowboys, but otherwise. But I'm sorry, Tony, I missed. Go ahead.
No, I'm turning my computer down because I got you on my phone and computer.
Yeah, feedback, yeah. Yeah, we're talking about Brock Purdy, who can't exactly get any respect. He's getting a little bit now, but not as, you know. There's still all the haters out there still saying what they do. Also, my anxiety.
Don't let that get to you.
No,
they're putting a label on Brock because he's a 7th round pick. That's what this is about.
I know. And also saying it ain't all him. And it's not. When has it ever been only the quarterback? Nobody's saying otherwise. That's what burns you up. Brock is being subjected to a different narrative than everybody else, which is what burns me up. I said, you know, guys, most quarterbacks got support systems. They've got players. They've got a coach. They got a system. And whether you want to use the word system or not, they're all doing something in cohesion. You can call it what you want, but everybody has to know what we're going to do. That's what you call a plan. You don't come out there with no plan in football, especially at this level. You're going to get your brains beat out. So, he's a system quarterback. He's got one of the best play callers in the game, and he's got weaponry like nobody else.
But that's okay, because Brock Purdy's using that as fuel for the fire. You see his demeanor and how he answers questions. When he takes it all the way to the Super Bowl and wins that Super Bowl MVP, he's going to shut everybody up.
Yep. Oh, God. That would be such a wonderful thing. And I want to see those guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's
now, so you know how I'm not gonna go there. How this country with racism and how they label people. They're labeling this kid because he was the last player picked. He was Mr. Irrelevant. That's why this is all happening. He's going to shut them all up very, very soon. Matter of fact, the night of Super Bowl Sunday, that's my wife's birthday, February 11th.
Wow.
That's the night he's going to shut everybody up.
There you go. That'll be a great day.
Yep. They're labeling him around, but that's all that is. If he wasn't the last player picked or picked in the 7th round, if he was a 3rd or 4th round pick, he'd get more respect. Dak led the league in interceptions as a 4th round pick, and he getting more respect. But he ain't
Dak's
played
getting all
nobody.
kind of love. He's back in the conversation for being the league's best. How in the hell?
Yep.
And all of us know
let's look at all
team he's played.
After he threw against sorry teams. We're going to see about that because these next 4 games, Philadelphia, Buffalo, Miami, Detroit, now we're going to see.
Because they
I already know what's going on.
And, Tony, they escaped the Hawks. The Hawks messed up.
Yeah, we talked about that, Ronbo. Seattle had that. You got to get stops. On defense, you got to help your offense out and get stops, man. And they didn't do that.
Even offensively, they made a couple of mistakes. And that's why I always say, they got away. The Cowboys know they didn't outplay they didn't outplay them. They just outlasted them. I said, that's not what I call beating a team. If you guys play the Hawks 3 or 4 times, it's not for sure you'd win all 5 times. In a 5-game series, you have to wonder who'd win. They're not convincing. They're not dominant. They escaped. Much like
they
the
escaped,
Eagles
yep. Yeah. And all these mainstream media networks, Joy Taylor, pick the Steelers. Colin Cowherd, pick the Steelers. ESPN, pick the Steelers tonight. What happened tonight? Did the Steelers win? That's what I thought. Next question.
You know what, though? Honestly, Tony, I didn't see that one coming either. I thought the Patriots are struggling. I couldn't understand why, but it looked like it was broke. The Steelers, though, quarterback situation was there. If they didn't lose their starter, they might have been a little better than that. They already got rid of that OC. So, that was a little strange. But I'm delighted. But like you're saying, anything can go wrong. And, so we got to go ahead and play the Hawks this weekend. And the Cowboys.
You can't throw picks in and have them like Trubisky did and have the safety return it to inside your 10-yard line and win the game. You think about that.
Left the Arizona Cardinals and went over doing damage in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And Ronbo, check this out. Brock Purdy, you already know this, what I'm about to say. First in completion percentage, over 70+%. First in yards per completion. I heard you talk about that early.
Yep.
Over 21 yards. First in passer rating, 116.1. Enough said.
Can't get no love. He's got too much support. I don't know.
He's supposed to have. Other teams got support.
I don't understand.
Tua got a bunch of support. Y'all ain't saying nothing about him.
No. He's a system quarterback who dinks and dunks, and he takes all his instruction. Tony, I sat there and I watched, and I've noticed this more and more in the last couple of weeks, actually. I wouldn't pay much attention for it. I'm seeing him out there throwing audibles. I said, hey, he changed that play at the line of scrimmage. Kyle's allowing that? That means he really believes in this kid. Or the kid has decided, Kyle, look, I need you for you to stay out of my way. I know the system. Let me do this. And Kyle believes in him. So, if that's a dink and dunk, I can't do it myself quarterback. I don't know what is.
Yeah, and Ronbo, I know you want Dallas to win. I know you really do.
They can't do it. I ain't getting my hopes up.
Yep. Philly's going to beat Dallas, but in the back-to-back road situation, I really believe Philly's going to lose in Seattle because Seattle's really going to be up against it after they lose to y'all, and they're going to come out like gangbusters. That's the game Philly's going to lose because the last 3 weeks, Ronbo, Philly plays at home against the Giants, at home against the Cardinals, and then at the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I think Seattle's going to get them.
Well, they got to go. They got to go to Seattle, or Seattle coming to them.
At Seattle, they got back-to-back road games. At Dallas this weekend,
on
and
the road.
Seattle next.
And that's West Coast.
Yes.
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 I heard some crying about the schedule. Nobody cried about the 49ers schedule when we lost those 3 games, but they give tears to the Eagles. I said, ain't this something? You guys got to talk about how many games they played in the last 13 days, but nobody said anything about the 49ers, and that was hell of a. And we were traveling coast to coast.
Nope.
Nobody said anything.
Nope. And they're going to start crying in Dallas in a minute. Philadelphia, they're going to lose. At Buffalo, they're going to lose. At Miami, they're going to lose. Detroit, on a Saturday at home, they're going to lose. They ain't going to win another game until the last week of the season, if they win that one.
Tony, let us speculate farther then. If that does take place, Jerry Jones will finally be livid. And what's he going to do?
I don't know. But I was wrong. I was wrong saying Dak would be benched by Thanksgiving. I told Texas Boy, yeah, you got me, Texas Boy. I was wrong. I'm 1-3. I said y'all would lose. I said y'all would lose to Philly, which y'all did. That's the win. I said y'all would lose to Washington. I said y'all would lose to Seattle, and I said they would lose to the Chargers. They should have lost to Seattle and the Chargers, though. They should have lost those games.
Yeah. So, if fool around here and lose 2 or 3 games more and fall out of the playoff, if they fall out of the seeding,
I think they'll make the playoffs, Ronbo, because they so far ends. But
not number 4.
They can go from the 5th seed to the 7th seed.
Well, see, that's what I want to see. I want to see them get frequent flyer mile bonus because they're flying so much during the playoffs. I mean, they're covering the whole globe. I want to see that.
They can go from anywhere from playing us as the 5th seed to playing either Detroit, Philly, or you guys at the 6th or 7th seed. You can bounce that way.
Dallas, if they come to San Francisco, oh my goodness, because the 49ers, unlike us fans, the 49ers don't take nobody lightly. They all beat, and they get up for big games. I can see right now, the 49ers like them big prime time games. Against that opponent that people think they're supposed to lose to, they become a money team. Those beatdowns they put on 2 of the best teams in the league, I did not see that coming. The 49ers came dancing down through the tunnel. Eagles out there warming up. They just dancing right on there. Yeah, y'all ready for this ass whooping? Because here we get, and they did. Oh, so
tell you what, Ronbo, Baltimore's well rested, and they play at home. They coming off of their bye.
Wait, who they playing?
They're the Rams about to fly out to Baltimore and get beat down. That's going to happen.
I know they're
after that, Baltimore at Jacksonville. Then on Christmas night at San Francisco on that Monday night, you guys. And then after that, Ronbo, this is for the number 1 seed in the AFC. Baltimore plays at home on New Year's Eve against Miami.
Wow, is that the table set? Tony, we got to go. But listen, I'll be back tomorrow, and let's talk some more ball. Because we've been talking enough about the Falcons.
And that's the game after they play you guys, because after you guys beat them down, they might be a little bit hurt when they play Miami.
Oh, man. But that's going to be a shootout. But you know what? I think Baltimore's too physical. Miami does not like roughhouse football. We'll see.
And then it's probably going to be cold because that's on New Year's Eve. It's going to be in Baltimore, too.
Oh yeah. That's going to be, it's going to be cold. All right, Tony. Let me see you tomorrow.
All right, sir. And before I leave, shout out to Ellis, Chris Hansen, Sharice Armstead.
Ain't she special?
Shout out. Yes, she is.
Well, she works the
That's
Rams.
my girl. She be on them, man.
I love it.
She be having my back except when those insects be in there. But if you notice, Ronbo, they ain't been in there that much, the insects.
Their teams are losing. And they can clearly see the 49ers are running off of the division.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Well, Ronbo, you have a good night. Shout out to production. Ronbo, you are the best in the business. I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. I wish you would go viral.
Thanks, Tony.
And
Appreciate
this country would love your show if you went countrywide, boy.
God,
The way we beat up the people in the chat. Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
entertainment, isn't it?
Shout out to everybody in Texas, boy. Your ass. Rudy Ramoya, you're not relevant. And who was the other? Gene D, we know you watching, you're hiding, but you're watching. Good night, sir.
Somebody accused Ramirez and Jim Everett being one and the same. I enjoyed that.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
Tony, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Tony.
Take care,
Always
sir.
Appreciate you. You too. Rudy, don't let me find out that's true. I'm telling you right now, don't let anybody investigate and find out that Rudy and Chrissy Everett are the same. Hey, JJ, are you ready? Hey, he's ready. JJ.
Yeah, sorry, Ronbo. The wife called talking about, I want a new washer.
You know what? It's either that or you go down and take all the laundry down to the nearest lake and beat them up against the rock, JJ. Go
In the lake?
Get that, yeah, and wash those clothes out in the river, prehistoric style. Get that washer. Get it?
There's nothing wrong with ours.
Wait, was it Chris Hansen that made that claim that Rudy Ramirez and Chrissy Everett are the same person? I love it. Hey,
that's just retarded.
And did you tell the wifey that there's nothing wrong with the washer? I bet she had something to say about that.
Well, yeah, because the one we have is fine. There's nothing wrong with the one we have.
Well, it probably needs to go back and forth and agitate. If maybe it's not doing that. Go ahead, say it. Well, she's agitating me. That's an opening for that.
Well, it's because her parents are moving into a new house, and they're like, "Hey, do you want our washer?" It's like, sure. No, we don't need no damn washer.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this story has links. Hey, well, JJ, we're tonight was the night we decided to make some noise for our quarterback. That's God, he's such a nice guy. My God, Brock. Remember Baker Mayfield? Anytime somebody criticized him, Baker Mayfield couldn't wait till after the game was over to get on the media. Brock would never, ever, ever anything like that. I love it. I said, you know what, man? I tell you what, Brock, if you ain't gonna say nothing, I will. I'm gonna get everybody else to talk for you too, man. This is bull. I put Nick right up on blast every chance I get. Go ahead, JJ.
Right, that ugly looking. Anyway,
No,
not
man,
wrong.
get a haircut, Nick.
I was, he looked horrible with a buzz cut. Then he was growing his hair out a little bit. That looks a little bit decent. Hey, wait, why ain't you stopping? Hey, why you? Oh my gosh, now he just looks like, I don't know. Anyways, well, Ronbo, I wanted a quick. Let me holler at you.
Oh yeah, we have that installment. It's time, and now it is time for another installment of Let Me Holler at You. All right, go ahead.
My boy Ronbo. You gone almost 3 hours of your show with your hat backwards. This is a professional show here. You doing?
See, these are the kind of things that poor kid has to put up with. Cowherd's been in the business for how long? He's been in the business probably as long as Brock's been alive. And he goes out there and takes that kind of a shot at him. I said, no, Colin, what the hell?
And I'm seeing all these things where Patrick Mahomes had his hat backwards. Aaron Rodgers hat backwards. I've seen one with Steve Young with his helmet backwards. Like, what the hell? This is a kid's game. What the hell do you want?
And now you've got to, of your subject matter, you got to say he's not representative or professional because he wears his hat backwards? The hell's wrong with you, Colin?
This is pointless nonsense.
It was. He lost credibility doing that, too. A lot of people, he pissed off a lot of people doing that. That has nothing to do with football.
Yeah, well, I checked your subscribers too, Ron. You went down about 1,000 when you had your hat backwards.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay, they're back though.
What else does Brock do? You'll never see Brock wearing any kind of high fashion. Remember Jimmy Garoppolo was like a model, right? Jimmy come in there with the latest Armani suit, tailored to the bone. I mean, you know, I always laugh because Jimmy never
still
comes
look
in half
professional.
dressed. Yeah, but the thing is, Brock is exactly the opposite. Brock just puts on whatever's laying on the floor or on the closet, something like we used to do back in high school. You know, you get up out of bed, you throw a little water on your face, you put on whatever you can find. It doesn't mean to be matching. I'm here because I see, you know, leave him alone.
He's not a worldly Christian, he's not a worldly Christian. That's the thing. He stays humble because it's all about humbleization. So this kid is very humble, very smart, very accurate. The thing that I'm loving, and I don't like jumping the gun with this, but the more that I'm seeing this, the more the comparison with him and Montana are getting closer and closer. Yes, I get it. He doesn't have any championships. He
hasn't played long enough.
Year one, he would have been the first rookie in NFL history to go to a Super Bowl last year.
Oh, I
never thought I'd see the day as it was crazy because I knew eventually we would see it, but I had no clue it would have been the Niners when we were right there.
But hey, JJ, I just want to push back on that just a little bit because here's the thing. I consider this still his rookie season. He only played a half a season last year. He came in week 8. That's why he wasn't eligible for Rookie of the Year honors. So you know what? For all intents and purposes, he can still be considered a rookie with a few extra games.
Right, and somebody addressed it earlier with this whole who's got weapons around him. Well, this is the dumbest argument ever.
Isn't it?
Okay, and it was funny. Some people that the Rams, you have no place to talk because remember, Ronbo, I have one of your shows saved, and it was an episode where you and I were talking, and it was right after they had lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and Rudy's argument was because they didn't have Cooper Kupp. No, because they didn't have Cooper Kupp.
No, I'm just saying that
he was
Tom
out with
Brady,
an ACL. Remember?
Yeah, was that the Tom Brady Super Bowl that they scored 3 points, 6 points? Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
They were saying the whole thing is, well, see, he didn't have his weapon. So, okay, well then you just proved our point with this whole Brock's got all these weapons around him. Well,
damn right.
Who doesn't win championships without weapons around him? Patrick Mahomes did it. Now all of a sudden he looks terrible.
Yeah. Look at that Super Bowl he went up against Brady and didn't have any offensive tackles. You know, you're not going to win. The quarterback cannot win a game by
Jerry
itself.
is not Jerry Rice without Joe Montana and Steve Young. And Joe Montana and Steve Young are not the same without John Taylor and Jerry Rice.
It's not a new thing. That's what burns me
constantly.
Up. Stop saying that. Yeah. It's not true. Every team has to have it's a accumulation of talents. You're not going to win anything without talent. Brock Purdy has to be the exception.
Yeah. I mean,
come from behind and put the team on his shoulders and carry him to a win. And you need to take yourself out somewhere and jump in a damn lake. That's just the most ridiculous statement that people buy.
A lot of it comes down to, like I said, even offensive line.
No, yeah, you got to have protection. But hey, you know something, Brock doesn't have. Brock's under siege on probably 80% of the snaps. At least.
Yeah. But who knows? People are always going to come up with arguments, Ronbo. I think, Russo nailed it pretty good with the whole. With Brady going 3 Super Bowls and they still call him a system quarterback. They're just not going to. They like this jazz. This is why everybody was going crazy over this retarded Trey Lance nonsense because he runs around. Yeah, I fell into it too with Kaepernick, but it's like they don't win championships.
So you know what? I hope. Oh God, I'll be so relaxed and feeling. If he wins this, oh man, I can't. And all the a-holes. When's the last time you guys? Oh, it's been over 30 years. Losers. A Philly fan hit me up with that today. That's why it's still fresh in my mind. The Rams, the Hawks. Yeah, when's the last time you guys brought it over? You know what? Between all 3 of those clubs, the Phillies got 1, the Rams got 1. And the Hawks got 2. They still don't have, all between them don't have 5 trophies. Why would you talk?
My response to that, Ronbo, and I don't like it either. Oh, these dusty-ass rings. Well, the thing is, it's been almost 30 years that we've won our last one, yet you guys still, what's taking you all so long to catch up?
Yeah.
That's what it is. You've had all this time, and you're still not catching up.
Yeah.
I can't say about the Patriots. They overshadowed us and everything, but...
And you'll never hear from a Patriots fan or a Steelers fan on this stupid argument. Hey, We gotta go, fam. I look for you tomorrow, JJ. 2 days in a row. I can't. I love
Yeah,
it.
Ronbo. There's one thing you slipped up on tonight, though, Ronbo. You said you was on Instagram every day.
I knew you heard me, JJ.
You ain't hit me up for shit.
I see you. I see you in my notifications. I'm coming over.
Liar.
Now. I'm coming. I'm telling you right now. I'll be over there in a minute. I'm serious, JJ. I'll see you tomorrow for sure.
Right.
And later on.
Put a hand on. I want to see a hand on the Bible when you say that, Ronbo. I'm just joking, buddy. All right, man.
It's okay. All right, JJ. Have a great night,
Enjoy
fam.
your pizza.
Yeah. And drive carefully out there, JJ. I don't want to hear about anything bad. All right. And find Big Show and tell him I'm looking for him. Night,
Texting
JJ.
me right now.
All right. There goes JJ and fam. I want to thank you for the contributions tonight. Always appreciated. And please, don't forget to subscribe, hit notifications so I can find you later on. Because we don't have an app anymore. And I just talked to somebody yesterday who says, "Hey, where's the app? I get it up." We got rid of the app. But notifications, you can still find us. And don't forget, I like likes. Thanks. Ooh la la, Niners!